What's up, y'all? How y'all doing? Episode 64 of Because We Are podcast. We back. As y'all notice, I sound regular again. I'm sorry for the technical difficulties. Listen, yo, and I know a bunch of y'all probably gonna start holding me accountable. Like, yeah, I might have noticed we haven't had a YouTube video in a little bit. So please excuse the absence, but you can just assume if shit goes wrong, the video ain't coming out. Cause I like it to be like pure, you know. I want everything everything needs to be good. If we have like any technical difficulties, just know the shit ain't coming. Y'all deserve the best.
We just want to push out quality,
for man. Sure. Exactly. That's what it is. Y'all deserve
quality
that,
over quantity.
Exactly. So y'all deserve the best, and that's what you're gonna get. So hello YouTube, because it seems like everything's going well right now. So what's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the Because We Are podcast. Hello, listeners listening on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, wherever you get your favorite podcasts. Subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/Because We Are podcast. We're putting out a lot of Patreon content. We got a lot of cool segments coming up. We got Hod segment, Hod special movie focused content coming out soon, very soon. We got Dame's content coming soon, Smoking with D or whatever he decides to do, just a conversation. And I have some things in the works as well. I'm trying to figure out what I'm going to do. I have a couple different segments actually, like once I start really getting in my bag with it. But subscribe to that and y'all can watch the stuff that's already out there. You'll get full length videos. And without further ado, we got that all out the way. And let's talk because we haven't talked about how we've been in a while. Yeah, man, what's going on with y'all? I miss y'all. How y'all been, man?
Been extremely busy, man.
Yeah. Nah, I don't want to hear just about the busy stuff. When I say how are you, I want to hear about everything else too. Like, what's something exciting I did this week?
Or like my anniversary was last weekend.
Hey,
so that was very, very, very exciting. That was also the same day as my aunt's gender reveal. She's having another child. She's having a girl, which I was definitely rooting for. Team girl all the way.
I'm sorry.
Hell yeah.
Honestly, when you said your aunt's gender reveal, my mind went to a completely different space. And
Monty's man. You're ridiculous, bro. You are ridiculous.
Yo, nah, they gotta roll that out. We gotta start having gender reveals in the other way too. That'd be fire. Like if you know what I'm saying, you come out. Like, but you throwing it a party, like it is a gender reveal. That's hard. Bro.
What's the reveal? There's only one other.
It could be a.
Hold on.
No, not even. Hold on. I chose to not go to the other side.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm not fucking leaving.
That's hard, bro.
It's not going nowhere.
That's hard, bro.
Damn, yo.
That's hard.
You get heated up the first 3 minutes. Yeah, I feel like. Do you remember we was talking about the age thing, like where like you should be able to do things at a certain age?
Yeah.
What if we had like a choice? Like, what if we weren't assigned at birth and like we chose at like I don't know, like age
at like 12 or 13, right? Like a bar mitzvah kind of.
And it's like, all right, I'm sticking over here.
I'm signing the second contract. I'm staying with the team I got drafted by.
Signing the extension. Supermax.
Yeah.
Nah, we just came up with some shit, bro. That's fire.
I hope it's not. I mean, I hope it's not offensive. I know we joking out here, y'all. But like, we haven't. Look, the thing is, we got to start getting more creative with the way that we're like addressing all this stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think if more people keep like an open mind and keep an open imagination, like this is the time to like set these precedents of like fixing things and like changing all these problems. So like. I don't know. I feel like that's a good idea. Like that, we cooking with gas right here. But
yes, sir.
Yeah. So your aunt's gender reveal, baby,
she's having a girl. Anniversary.
That's what's up.
That's
what you do. I mean, we didn't do anything crazy because honestly, we were doing crazy stuff that whole week. My sister was also in town, so we went out, took my grandparents out to eat, all that type of stuff. So after the gender reveal, we went home. I cooked up something, some steak, my signature tostones, some rice on the side. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I get down whenever I feel like getting down. And then Shawty got us tickets to see Drewski this week. We're actually going later on today.
Nice.
I forgot his Could Have Been tour. And then we're seeing Kali Uchis on Sunday, tomorrow night. So
that's fire.
Got quite the weekend.
It's been a very exciting 7 days. It's been,
That's what's up, man. What about you, Rob? What you got exciting? going on?
Well, before we go there, like, is Drewski's show like, is it stand up or is it like more like
it's stand up
skit based?
Like, have you seen that clip of him recently?
I seen him
freaking
dancing
down
with
that little person.
Yes,
that was that's part of the stand up, and it was also the clip of him falling down. He like broke his foot.
Yeah,
got you. So I know like 85 South and a couple other comedian based things. They do like almost like a podcast on
like
stage,
a live show.
Right?
I'm down to go see one of those too.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, Drewski's funny. Drewski is really funny, so that should be
hilarious.
I mean, in Cali. Anyway, so I mean, obviously, the most exciting thing for me this week is my Knicks. After 10 long years, are finally back in the second round of the playoffs. I'm super excited. Thank you. It's been a long time coming. It's been a lot of hours, a lot of film watching.
They couldn't have did it without you, bro. They couldn't have did it without your like undying support. Like, I feel like that goes a long way.
For the first time, we actually saw the commentary too. Last time we were recording, we saw him like what his role was as a fan and the demands that he would make to the team. Through the screen. And how it would, the energy would get there somehow, and the team would always perform thanks to Hod and his encouraging words.
The messed up thing, man, is like now that I'm out here in Raleigh, like the city is turned up. Like the city is lit. Like after every game.
I was gonna ask you that too. I was like, yo, do you miss it? Like I said that some of your posts feel very like, damn, I miss I wish I was back. I wish I was back in my hood. Like,
so you know what? I miss, like, I want to go more. I want to go back to New York and kind of just, experience things and kind of the cultural thing. Cause it can get very boring out here. It's not it's a really fun city, but you have to have a group of people and stuff like that. And it's just not and there's like no sports. I mean, I guess college, but if you didn't go to one of the colleges, then it's hard to kind of get into the vibe. But
what about the Hornets? They're not over there, or is that South?
Well, it's actually Charlotte. I'm in Raleigh, so it's about 2.5 hours away. I am gonna go to a few Charlotte Hornets games, but they're kind of ass right now, so it's like not really an option.
Gotta at least go when Melo's healthy. At least that's the only reason to go see him.
Or when Miles Bridges decides, you know what I'm saying, he don't feel like slapping the shit out of hoes no more. Yeah. I don't know what's up with dudes, man. You can't be 6'5" slapping hoes, man. It's just like you shouldn't slap anybody for any reason, but especially when you're 6'5". That's all I'm saying. But as far as the Knicks, the messed up thing was when you looked at like Cleveland and you looked at like tickets for Cleveland, they were literally like $40. Like I'm like blown away by that, because like it would have been cheaper for me to fly to Ohio and buy like mid seats at the Cleveland Arena than it would have been for me
for a playoff game.
For a playoff game, it was literally like between $35 and $55. That's like almost impossible, but it was dead real. And I know, like, unfortunately, the Brooklyn Nets also have like pretty low prices, but if you look at Knicks tickets right now, they're like you can't get in that building for less than $400. So I'd probably like hit up a bar or something like that, and just be around that energy, be on Pennsylvania Avenue, and just go crazy with the fans, because it's been a long time. So this is really, really dope.
Real quick, where do you see the series going with Miami?
Whoo! This is
real quick. Give me a prediction, because I want y'all to win this series. I'm down here in Miami. I like to see the locals upset. Y'all know this. I have a lifetime gripe with the New York fans and the New York Knicks in general, but at the same time, when you're on the other side and you're over here, you love to see the city the way it is. Honestly, like it's good for the city.
I think people. I don't know why people don't like Knicks fans. Knicks fans are just passionate. Like, they really just fuck with their team.
I don't want to hear that. Because I can't, because they don't let me use the same excuse when I'm talking about Philly fans.
Okay, that's fair. Because I do have some pretty negative things to say about Philly fans, but it's all good. I got Knicks in 6. Jimmy is going crazy, but outside of Jimmy, I'm not Nothing. Like scared of nobody.
Shut it down.
You know what I mean? So But he can win a series by himself. He just did it. You know what I mean? So, and that was the Bucks, even though Giannis was hobbled. So,
I did read a stat that says Jimmy Butler only averages like 20 points at the Garden. So we'll see. We'll see, man.
Yeah, but this will make Jimmy him. If he does what he plans on doing, if he does what he just did to Milwaukee in the Garden, he's him. And like, there's no discussion. So
for sure.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Sixers swept the Nets. Get about the fuck up out of here.
Thank God.
Very poetic. When the Eagles lost the Super Bowl, there was a certain Ravens fan that was getting on me about the Eagles and shit, blowing up my phone. And he is a diehard Nets fan. So let me tell you, seeing him go home 2 years in a row, swept. It's wonderful. Wonderful. I'm not too confident against Boston. No, I think it's going to go 7 for sure. I think it's going to go 7. I'm scared to make a prediction because Boston has our number every single year, every single time we play. Last time we played them, we got the W in a big way. But like how I said, playoffs is a different beast, and they've had our number for the last fucking 4 years. So
I'm actually pretty confident. Man. I'm actually pretty confident in Philly going into Boston.
If Tobias Harris can continue to play the way he has been, and Maxey can continue to play the way he has been, if James Harden is at least a little bit of the James Harden, all we need from him is like at least 20 and 12. Give us 20 and 12, and you're good. And for a playoff James Harden, that should be no problem. Give us 20 and 12.
Yeah.
Tobias, give us 17, 18. Maxey, give us 20 plus, and Embiid go crazy.
I trust Maxey. I don't really trust Tobias for real, but I really trust Maxey. I think he'll have a really good series. Obviously, and honestly, I think JT and Jaylen Brown are kind of not clicking that well. Obviously, I think that's just rumors. It took a while.
I hate when rumors come out like late in the season about his mind is, because they're doing the same thing in Philly. They're talking about James Harden going to Houston, and they're talking about Jaylen Brown wanting to be out and also go to Houston. So I hate the narratives that come late in the season. I personally think it's all distractions whenever it comes out, because as a player, why would you even want that news to leak?
It's only because they have literally tried to trade Jaylen Brown at every single trade deadline for like the last 3 years. So I just think that's on his mind. I know he's definitely not coming back to Boston.
I'd like to think as professionals in that position in the playoffs, that should be something that you shut out. Like, I'm a normal ass nigga, but if I was in that situation, if I was playing at that time, that wouldn't be on my mind. And I'm not even a fucking third of the athlete, and if they have a third of the athlete mindset that these niggas have.
I get it. And I think ultimately you're right. And you don't, just like at work, you don't have to get along with everybody that you're around all the time, and you
gotta get the job done.
You just got to get the job done. That's your job, and if it's something you're passionate about, you're gonna put out that energy. You know what I mean? So, I do want to say something about Harden going to Houston, because they also just signed Ime Udoka as the head coach. Please don't get James Harden and Ime in Houston.
Yeah,
Tren, you've been to Houston a few times now.
Ime is the former Celtics coach who cheated on his supermodel wife, Nia Long.
Yeah, with one of the trainers or something like that. With one of the physical trainers or something like that,
and lost his job because of it.
Lost his job.
I heard it was the vice president's daughter or some shit like that, but.
His wife or something like that, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
So yeah, we don't know.
People need to learn how to sleep up. You know, I think that's like a common rule, like in the workplace, is like, if you go and do anything with anybody, and like if you're like a position where, I mean, I guess the trainer kind of had that thought maybe, but
no, I agree.
I'm just talking about. I'm talking about in general. Like, everybody should be wanting to like go up. Like, not,
or at least on the same level. Don't mess with someone that you have power over, because it can't be what, even if
it's never gonna go well.
It just can't.
Never gonna go well for you.
Yeah, it's always gonna look worse on one side than it is the other. Like, the trainer will be able to find work again, and so is Ime. But obviously, it's gonna be easier for her to come back to the same job than it would for him.
Yeah. It's
Pause.
just
Can we
really
get
nasty.
messy? Can we get messy then? Can we talk about workplace relationships?
Yeah, we could. Yeah, I'm cool with that.
Well, first off, this is an obvious question. Have y'all had a workplace romance?
Nah, that's always been a big no-no to me.
I'm not.
I've always heard that's like sleeping with your neighbors and shit. It's just like stuff that you just don't want to get into. Like,
it's very
but
dangerous.
That was another thing that was like people used to want that, like the girl next door. That was always like the thing that people wanted
like when
to
you're
go
younger.
after.
I feel like when you're younger and you're still living with your mom, maybe, but like
after
a point when you're an adult. And you start, like, if you're just messing around with this girl, you start bringing other people around, and she's peeking through the fucking windows just to see what you're up to. You don't want to have to deal with that, bro.
So all the people in your building, all the people in your building just off limits?
Well, now you're changing it now. You're changing it to a building where there could be like 1 million people living in it.
But that's still like, you're still going to see them frequently.
Y'all neighbors,
like,
for sure.
They're basically neighbors. Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. Like, yeah. Like maybe not like somebody who's directly next door. I don't see the difference.
I don't consider. If I live on the 4th floor, I don't consider somebody who lives on the 12th floor my neighbor.
They are, bro.
I don't consider them my neighbor.
Y'all gonna run into them.
Not my next door neighbor.
They're not your next door neighbor.
I'm on the 4th and he's on the 14th. We have different laundry rooms.
Yeah.
If we don't do laundry in the same spot, we not neighbors.
But y'all probably have to get on the same elevator. You know, not every building has those split. You know what I'm saying? Like, so you bringing your bags in, she's bringing her bags in. You know what I'm saying?
They got a window view of like the outside, like the entrance and stuff. They can see you coming in, going out. You know, like
listen, it's poor form to date someone that you live in very close proximity with, and I know that because I've done it a few times actually, and I'm gonna tell you when it gets bad. When y'all know the same people, and she starts bringing the new dude around, and like, because everyone feels like they got to fucking report back to you that they saw them together. And it's like, oh, so y'all not really rocking no more, right? Because I seen Shorty over at the KFC with some other. Like, why are you telling me that, bro? This actually hurts. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm still going through this.
Yeah, I'm actively healing. Yeah, nah.
Why are y'all reporting this? I've actually dated my next door neighbor too. Like next door neighbor. I was fairly young. It was awful. It was absolutely awful. I'll never do it again. They know every time. They can hear every time your door opens and closes. You know what I mean?
Bro,
so
I would hate to have to peek out of my window first just to see if they're outside before I leave my house. I can't live with that type of.
Yeah.
But on the other side of the thing, why y'all sneaking around? Huh? What's going on? What y'all hiding from? Huh?
My lease not up until November.
Right. What's going on? Right. Why we being so sneaky? What's going on? I mean, so the workplace is out, right? Like, but would y'all go up? Like, let's say your boss was like throwing you energy, and you was like,
I feel like that's happened to me. I feel like
get this promotion real quick.
It's honestly such a dangerous game,
goes sour, and then she hit you with a sexual
such
assault.
A dangerous game, bro. I don't think I would play it.
But they're the boss.
Yeah. I mean, but again, there's always still
they're the boss.
It's too weird a dynamic.
And not to break it down this way, but they're also a woman and the boss. So,
but we not gonna act like.
So you're playing a double dangerous game because it's gonna be her say and her power over yours.
But we have more women, like I want to say rulers, but like more women in like high power positions than ever before, and it's just growing constantly. Yeah. So the playing field's being even now. Like it's not just like, oh, poor her. Like an employee. Like nah, they could grab you by the
by the meat.
What's up? Exactly, straight by the meat, and like you gotta just either be like, nah, I'm not into this, or like take your chances for that promotion.
It would be tough. I've had maybe one or two like managers or supervisors that were actually like fine. Like okay, she's fine. And honestly, that it's never come to that. But again, I've had a few managers that were kind of throwing action out and just, no one's ever told me that they caught it, but I'm pretty sure that once or twice it's happened around me at least.
So general
I'm not doing
consensus.
it. I think there's more money in the
the lawsuit
than there is the promotion. For sure.
You know, it also depends
what are you
on
doing?
the job.
Oh my God.
Practicing.
I don't like that.
I just came here to review spreadsheets.
I didn't know this was what you meant. What you meant by a performance review?
It's like I'm very uncomfortable right now.
We were discussing overhead.
Oh my God. That was a good one. I like that.
But it does depend on the job though, right? Because like especially when you're young, I know there was a lot of like intermingling, shall we say, in like restaurants and stuff like that. If you work at a bar,
if you're at a restaurant, everybody's fucking everybody.
Everybody's fucking. You know what I mean?
Starbucks, they be getting it in. Like I heard, like I know people who work at Starbucks who say, "Yo,
yeah,
I was with them, them. We all just
Red Lobster." Red Lobster was like heavy because again, everybody has to come in, you know, looking good, and then we're passing drinks, and then Red Lobster is actually one of those restaurants that close at like 10, 11 when it's like still stuff to do outside after work.
Because they take the time to fuck after work. They close it down early so everybody they can do the little mingling, little sex parties in the back.
Exactly. Sex parties at Red Lobster all the time. That was pretty much like right by the main lobster tails for sure.
Yes, Beyonce said that in the song once, something like that.
Something like that for sure.
100%. I have something for after the hour. I can't say this on the YouTube and on the reel, but I'm probably gonna make it just for patrons. Honestly, like the part that I say, but ask me to repeat it after the hour if y'all really care. But it's something to get into because it's a reason why I had this conversation. But let me tell you how I've been all right, man. I've been doing pretty good. My anniversary was actually what day is your anniversary, D?
It's 23rd.
Okay, mine's the 21st. 21st. Yeah.
Oh,
so,
nice.
And like also that's gonna change too. Like if we get married, that changes. You know what I'm saying? So like
it kind of doesn't.
Well, this is good insight. I thought that like, because for me, like dating is cute and stuff. Like that anniversary, yes, it's important. But like when you get married, like I feel like that anniversary kind of like trumps everything. Like that'll be like the one that you just. I mean, you got 2 anniversaries when you.
Oh, for sure. You have 3. Bro. You have the dating, you have the engagement, and you have the marriage date. So you really have 3. You have to acknowledge all 3. Unfortunately. It's just,
you need grand gestures for all of them?
Not grand gestures, but just dinner together. Like you can't work late that day. You just can't. You know what I mean? It's just poor form. You know, you might want to bring home some flowers. You might want to bring home a special meal that she appreciates and stuff like that. You at least have to send a paragraph text, at the very least, a paragraph text of why this day changed your life. You at least have to acknowledge it in that capacity.
So, I remember the first time I seen you wearing that, feeling here.
Exactly. Let's keep it real. Protests. Honestly, a lot of those anniversaries we remember because of Facebook. Like we remember because memories on Google Photos or
birthdays, nigga, sure. Holidays. What?
No, I remember a birthday before I remember somebody's name. That's the crazy part. Because you know me, I'm the astrology boy. So like,
astrology boy.
Ooh, that's hard. Album title. That's super hard.
Cartoon character.
Also, I'm a man, so let me not say boy.
Whack ass superhero. Fucking tight ass.
Yeah, calm down, bro. Calm down, bro.
You meet a villain. Okay. You an Aries, ain't you? What the fuck?
Cancer beam.
Yeah, chill, bro. It's not cancer beam.
Yo, 4 months to live.
Yo, no. That could actually work. Cause like, what if like you could like,
and now you're depressed.
I'm not gonna win the battle, but I'm gonna win the war.
What if you could summon like the animals from the zodiac? That would actually be kind of hard. You know what I mean? Like,
I could transform into the different like elements, like and stuff. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like that would be kind of hard.
Yeah, man.
Ooh, a giant scale. Ooh.
Yo, you're such a hater, my nigga.
Oh my god. Oh shit, he turned into 2 porgies. Oh shit.
Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh, it's a fish. And here we are with no bait.
Yo, y'all really,
oh my god.
Y'all making me very upset. I'm very upset about this, bro. Yeah, just killing my dreams, bro. But yeah, like those types of things. Like I remember somebody's birthdays before I remember their name, just because like it resonates with me more than just like it's not as trivial. You know what I'm saying? So that's what
I told you. I delete people on their birthdays most of the time because that's the only time I really remember that they're there.
I did that recently. I unfollowed somebody because their birthday came up.
Like, it's just a perfect time. You know what I'm saying? Like, do I actually fuck with this person?
Yeah.
Like, I don't think so. Let's get rid of this.
I learned that from you.
And I don't say happy birthday either.
Yeah, nah, fuck that. Yeah, you out of here. Your birthday was a reminder to get you the fuck up out of here. So thank you.
Exactly.
Yeah, thank you for that.
Thank you. This is my gift.
But we went to a couple speakeasies. It was really DC actually has like a big speakeasy culture, which is actually really cool. I don't know if you ever been to like any speakeasies or anything like that, but yeah, I know like the general idea of it. Like you have to like find it. You know, it's not like just like the general location is given to you, but you have to like kind of like either go down some steps and then like open like a door that doesn't look exactly like a door. Like it might be like a mirror. Like one that we went to was called the Mirror, and like the door was just like a big ass mirror on the wall, but it doesn't look like a door until you pull it and it like opens, which is cool. We went to a couple other ones. There was one that looked like an abandoned like shed. That's another thing. They be sketchy as hell, but like, you know,
but it's nice as hell on
once you get inside, it's lit, bro. We went to one where it was like an official thing. Like we went down some steps. This lady was like, listen, that door that y'all just went through, y'all not gonna see that door ever again. Cause y'all not leaving through that same door. We gotta go through a different door to exit. There was a whole bunch of like ultraviolet lights inside. The drinks was bomb. The DJ was bomb. It was like packed to the capacity. It was nice, yo. It was. I was
gonna
ask,
yeah. Well, I was gonna ask if it was like one of those themed ones where they pretend like it's the 50s and call you the N-word.
I never heard of that. I never heard of those ones. I'm interested though. I'm down to go with that. It's like
that would be fun too.
Yeah, it would be fun. Like these days, like I feel like I'd be fine with it. You know what I'm saying? Like if that's the theme, we can rock with it. We can rock with it. To call you the N-word, the nigga bar, because they got that bacon bitch, you know. So they might as well have a speakeasy like that. But
I actually did go to a speakeasy myself recently in the downtown Raleigh area called.
I'm into it, man.
Yeah, no, it was cool, and it was as you said, it was like behind I think it was like an arcade or an ATM or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's a really cool. Like, I wonder, are they sacrificing a lot of like traffic though? Because the point of a speakeasy is for not everyone to know about it. You know what I mean? So, but again, social media and stuff like that, you see stuff on TikTok, Instagram, and then
there's still like promotion. There's just like not a lot of it. I think the traffic comes from like no one really knowing too much about it, because like even when I look some of these places up, there's no like flash photography allowed, so it's like you can't even really see certain things.
Right. Typically, you only see the outside.
Exactly. So the experience is like, you know, you pick one that like kind of matches your vibe. You might see like a little bit of photos, but it's not enough to really tell you everything that's about it. So you really just got to go see for yourself and then like, you know, pass it through word of mouth. So I'm rocking with it, man. I'm down to go to more if I can find them, like any cool ones. If anybody listening and knowing like any speakeasies anywhere, like, you know, if I'm going to go visit a city or something, I'll go check it out.
What you should check out is Baddies. It's coming to the East Coast, man. They can go to one of the auditions. I think they're having on May 8th or May 10th, just when you get back in town.
What's Baddies? Like, I would be a Houston
Baddies.
What's Baddies?
Baddies is that fucking show on Zeus. All the fucking ratchet girls just be on there fighting. Krishan Rock. Is that show Krishan Rock's on Zeus, where she be fighting the bitches?
Which bitch? Blueface?
All of the bitches.
Nah, they got their own show.
Okay, so she's be fighting everybody. Okay, yeah, no, I never heard. I'm not sure.
That. Y'all know Natalie Nunn, Tommy Lee.
Yeah,
that's where. Yeah.
Okay, so they come in. They doing like a live show.
Nah, audition, man.
Audition. I can't audition.
Yeah, for the next season.
I can't do that. They got men on there. Like I gotta beat women up. That's
they actually do have a
male version.
I think I'm not endorsing these shows, but they do have a show now for the men, and Orlando Brown is one of the stars on. They literally have a trailer of him.
And that's
of
the one with
taking him
Corey
up
Guns
from
is down there
jail.
too, or like
I think so. I think so.
I seen that.
I know Raz B is
Bad
on
Boys.
Okay.
That shit is I haven't. The messed up thing is like you see all these clips, and Zeus is a paid subscription, right? It's not like a TV network or anything like that. It's a paid thing, and I've actually found it very difficult to like get around it. Like they're very good at like DC. What do you call it? DRM.
Floyd Mayweather owns it, and he put a lot of money into that shit.
It's really really tight. But I'm literally like, who are all these people with this subscription? Because if that that is like how, because there's only one type of television show on that network,
bro.
Like literally only
that
one.
Shit is like, it's like all the reality. It's like the real Housewives or whatever of Atlanta on steroids.
It's literally the worst.
Uncensored. Like it's
like Satan developed his own reality TV shows.
Yeah,
but
and
people
it's like,
still
these are random girls too. At least on like the MTV shows, they're not people. You know, they're not like notable people. They're married to notable people.
Okay, got you.
People still want to see that though, and I'd rather like them have to pay for it than to just see it like on your Twitter feed or your Instagram feed, yo.
But see, that's the thing. Like you're making a decision. You know what I'm saying? Like you have to like live with who you are once you do that. You know what I mean? It's like it's kind of like paying for pussy a little bit.
Yeah, I pay.
That's what I'm saying.
I pay for this.
It's kind of like once you make this decision, you kind of just got to recognize that this is who you are. You know what I mean? Because you could just feign ignorance, like, oh, I was just scrolling and then I saw something interesting, and like they just started fighting, and I was like, oh man, what's going on? But like, nah, you paid for this, bro. That shit is on your Chase bill. Like, you really gotta you gotta eat that one. You know what I mean? So I don't know.
I mean, some people got guilty pleasures, man. So I ain't gonna judge nobody, but
Capital G.
I don't know how that fucking network has not seen a lawsuit yet. Nigga, there was an episode where there was some dude in a wheelchair, and he got pushed. Dude in a wheelchair got pushed by the host. Like, you can't do that. You can't hit somebody in a wheelchair.
Oh my god!
And they called his nickname was like Hot Wheels.
I'm pretty sure you're talking about Roland Ray. Unfortunately, I know him.
No. There was another guy on the show. Roland Ray was on the show. He was on the show, but there was a contestant who was also in a wheelchair that they called Hot Wheels.
Jesus. Oh man, that's
I'm not gonna lie, man. If I was in a situation like that, I'd probably want a cool nickname too. That's like the only way. Well, not the only way, but like that's just ways for you to like have a little bit of like swag. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, your name.
Don't call me Hot Wheels, bro.
Bro, you in a wheelchair. Your name is. That's because you haven't been in one for a long time, or like you haven't like. But like, if you're like, you know, you have to be in a wheelchair. You got to make some light of it, bro. You gotta like. You gotta find a way to like keep it light. You gotta find a way to kind of still have swag with it. You know.
And I don't want to be
yeah, exactly. Yeah, we rolling deep.
I don't want to be ableist. You know what I mean? I know like it probably
it's ableist
sucks.
to not have a nickname. Like everybody get a nickname except me.
You know, we just gotta call you. We just gotta call you Roger and shit like that. Like, nah, man, I'm not about to call you Hot Wheels, bro.
Nah, bro. Like if I'm owning that shit, definitely call me Hot Wheels, bro. Did y'all see that dude post a picture of his girlfriend who was a conjoined twin?
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah, I actually I followed those girls for a while on TikTok.
Really?
Yeah, but then it got weird. So I didn't for a long time. I didn't realize that they were conjoined twins.
It got weird.
It got weird, huh?
It got weird.
Okay. I don't like the way I saw it. Like the way that I saw it, because Twitter's so fucking crazy. Like you'll see like the actual post, but then like you'll see like the caption, or like somebody else will repost it with a different caption. Basically, somebody said, "Yeah, they got the same pussy." so it's like, oh my god!
But only one of them got a boyfriend. So like, if they're doing that, isn't the other one like non-consensual? Like, just it's a good point, you know. Somebody said,
you then like if they get a boyfriend, do you then have to like fuck?
I'm very upset that this is a topic. I'm very upset because like I was like, why would anybody even think this? But since we're here,
you think they both moan?
They're getting pitch.
Only one of them has a feeling like you got to hit a certain spot to get them both.
Yeah, this one ain't doing it for me. Doing it for her. I think we could switch this around a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Probably just gotta like think real hard. You know what I'm saying? Like when you getting a needle at the doctor, how you gotta like just like hold on to something else.
Like there's like a little berry on the there's a little berry on the inside. You can go left or right.
You only grab the titty that's on the side of your girl.
I got lines, man. I got I got boundaries. I know y'all been looking to find out where they are. This is one of them. This is fucking awful.
It's crazy, right? Like that's if I was like a conjoined twin and I had to go through that, I'm not gonna lie, I'm probably taking a sleeping pill. I don't want to, but then again, that might influence.
You're gonna both go to sleep.
That's
the fuck.
Yeah, I obviously don't know how this shit works enough to know what I would do in this situation.
I think they have separate stomachs. I do think they have separate stomachs. They are literally conjoined. They have certain number of organs that they share, but some of them are separate.
You say you feel me, man? You feel me? Your stomach, babe?
No, that was me.
Yo, that's fucking crazy, bro.
Oh my god!
Being in one of your girlfriend's stomachs.
Yo, all right. Enough.
Yeah.
Jeez, man.
My next question is: if you was dating a blind girl and she cheated on you, would you still be mad?
Yeah.
Yes. Why wouldn't I?
I feel like it don't count.
Here we go. Why don't it count?
Because like that's actual like that's like you really like this person. You know what I'm saying? Like you must really you found somebody without seeing them. Like it's not I have no insecurities there, I don't think.
I think that's worse, especially when it comes to women. Like if you
because you don't know if you upgraded.
Wait, the blind person cheated?
Yeah.
No, man, that's bad. That's even worse.
That's worse. It'd be different if it was a dude, because then it's just like, all right, pussy is pussy, right? You know what I'm saying? If a blind dude cheated, pussy is pussy. You know what I'm saying? But a blind girl cheat, you know, you really like this nigga, huh?
Yeah, you really like him. Like you really must, like if you cheated on me, like you really must like this person.
And you guided him. And you guided him to it.
Yeah, you put it in. Like,
yeah. You know what I'm saying? You grab that shit and put it in. This is fucking, are you serious?
I'm not that mad, yo. I'm really not that mad, but maybe I'm just a freaky ass nigga, bro.
You's a freaky ass nigga.
I love that one. I love that one. Yeah, what's the worst? Do y'all have like the worst nickname that somebody had that you like you never was comfortable calling them that?
Calling them that or them calling you that?
You calling them that. Like, you know.
My brother's nickname is Gooch.
Yeah, nah, that's wild. That's wild.
Saved in my phone is Gooch, but I don't think I've ever actually called him Gooch.
Yo, typing Gooches might be worse than saying Gooch, bro.
Not Gooch is just Gooch, singular, one Gooch.
No, just Gooch. Yeah, Gooch.
I don't know. I don't really like nicknames. I've always kind of made it known that like I actually almost got beat up about it. Like somebody was like, "Yeah, nah, call me Brooklyn," but his name was like something with it was like Jamar or some shit like that. And I was like, I'm not calling you Brooklyn, bro. I'm not calling you. Like I know your real name already. Like I'm not doing that. And like he kind of got mad about it, and he was like, he a Crip, so he was like very much like ready to like, you know,
call me by my.
He's like, yeah, I told you, bro. Like I'm telling you, yeah.
Wait, he's a Crip. He's a Crip. But his nickname is Brooklyn.
Yeah, well, yeah, he goes by Crooklyn on social media, but everybody calls him Brooklyn. Yeah, but
having a nickname for your nickname is like, I hate that.
Yeah,
I hate when people.
He was ready to fight me about
Brooklyn's my nickname, but you can't say the B.
But I was like, bro, we was working in a preschool. I'm like, bro, we working in a preschool. I'm not calling you Brooklyn in front of the kids.
Yo,
bro.
being a Crip at a preschool is definitely a choice.
Yeah, bro.
Like that's pretty wild.
Yeah, bro. It was definitely, and I didn't learn he was a Crip until after, like, you know, we was done working together, and then like, you know, I was like, found him on social media, and I was like, oh, he cripping for real. Okay, understandable. But yeah, nah, I don't really like nicknames that much. I like calling people by their real names, you know, because I have a hard time remembering real names as it is anyway. So I'd rather just keep that engaged. But what about nicknames that people have called you that you're like, nah, I don't like that shit?
You know what? I hated it and I still hate it, so it's gonna be kind of cringe even like speaking it. But in high school, people call me Tyson.
50 Tyson?
No, it was before 50 Tyson. Jesus. But I don't know. Small eyes, big nose, stocky dude. I guess I look like Mike Tyson. But people just called me Tyson, but I hated that. I hated being called Tyson.
Called you MLK too.
Line, man. I'm 50 Tyson. I'm from Minnesota.
Why do you remember? I still follow him on TikTok, by the way. It's very strange.
He's still going live.
I love him.
He be rapping. Like he be freestyling every day on TikTok.
I legitimately love that kid. Or man, now.
The man's like 47 years old at this point.
Doing stuff. You can buy somebody a cameo. You can get like a cameo for somebody. Like he's out there doing like special messages. I almost got one of my friends a message. I was like, a happy birthday message from him. But I was like, let me not do that.
Yeah, that would come on, son. Like you don't feel exploitative like that. Like you don't feel like like you know what I'm saying. Like you're doing the wrong thing here.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't know about that. Yeah. All right. So here's the real question. Y'all like being called daddy? Well, I mean, Hod, you a father now, so I mean, you understand. But like, by people who you are a father to.
I do actually.
I'm indifferent about it.
I don't know. It feels good. I think so here's the thing. You got to be doing daddy type shit. You know what I'm saying? You got to be doing daddy type shit. You got to be paying for shit. You know what I mean? Making shit click. If you just out here being called daddy and you ain't actually moving in daddy fashion, then it don't really hit the same, I don't think. But like after you done paid some shit or you bought some shit and it's like, okay, daddy, it's you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
You see it?
Hit a little bit. You see it? Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That shit is definitely a vibe for sure. Yeah. I'm into it.
So like no like random like, oh like daddy, you do eat yet? Like some shit like that.
Nah. It's more affirmation than that. Okay. Yeah, it's more affirmation. It's not like power dynamic. That's kind of weird.
Obviously not how I said it, but like, stop laughing because it's
like if you start
it sound like it's something else. Like if you,
I'm telling you, people gonna start clipping this shit and just like, you know what I'm saying, like making it look awful.
Yeah, like just things like that. Like if it's like, just something small, like oh yeah, thank you, daddy. Yeah. Just, like, things like that. I think it's like I feel like saying it lower is gonna help me, but it really doesn't.
It's not. It's worse.
It makes it worse.
Yeah. Quicker for sure.
Think of that. Yeah. Oh. Yeah. And in public, you fine with it too?
Honestly, where it really hits around my family. You know what I'm saying? Like around my aunts and shit like that.
Around your it's the most around your daddy.
Yeah. When your father in the room, you gotta call me. Yeah, that's your father, but I'm your daddy. when she call out for you,
and with her daddy in the room, I'm rock.
You say when she say what happens when she say daddy and y'all both in the room and y'all both turn around.
Tell that nigga to sit the fuck down, right?
A problem.
Hold on, play. Your job is done. I'll take care of this.
nigga, you are Fred from now on. Like you just Fred.
Yeah, no. You're not daddy no more, bro. You degraded.
Grandpa.
You grandpa, yeah. Yes.
They call you Pop around this motherfucker.
I am this. You smack her ass on the way in the kitchen or something. Yo, y'all crazy. So around your family. That's interesting. I never heard that one before. Yeah, you gotta let them niggas know. Damn, you said you were indifferent about it. And I'm like, I'll answer. I don't really care. I like it, but I'm not like super against it. Like it's not like I don't have to be called that, but also if it happens, I'm like, all right, cool, But Poppy's cool too. I'm cool with Poppy. I'm good with that.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's
I'm cool. I'm more cool with that than daddy. And I don't know if I'd be comfortable if it was around like family. That might be
that's when you see. That's when it's like the ultimate flex. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe because I'm not a dad.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, bro. You're a father, bro. You're a whole father.
Yeah, I mean,
it's different.
I don't think my kids don't call me daddy. Like that's not.
I mean,
how
yeah, it's not that, but just the fact that you are one. Like you literally are one by definition. You know.
Yeah. If she wasn't if y'all didn't have no kids and she was still calling you daddy, then that's like still your family would probably be like, all right, what's going on?
That's heavy. Nah, that's still heavy. You walk, you know what I'm saying? Your nuts kind of big when you walk around like that. I'm telling you.
I wish we had a white guy to answer this question, but yo, if y'all were white and you had a black girlfriend and she was calling you nigga, how would that make you feel? How do you think that would make you feel?
Affirmed. Like I think that would be dope too. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. Like,
but now what if she started calling you nigga in front of her family? In front of her family. Like a bunch of
her uncles is probably gonna call him that. You know what I'm saying? Like, so yeah, it's fine. I don't see that part. I've never actually had to put myself in them shoes of like a white person being called nigga by other black people. I do call other white people. I call white people nigga all the time.
Same.
Because again, it's just the term doesn't mean black to me. You know what I'm saying? Like
mostly white people I know. It's mostly white people I know that I'd be calling nigga.
So I got one white friend that I don't call nigga. And it's not because I know that he probably says nigga when I'm not around. So, like, I don't want him to think this is ever cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't want him to ever think like, yeah, nah. But I'm talking about when I'm talking to other black people, when I'm talking about a white person, if I see a white man fall on the street, I'm not going to be like that man. I'm going to be like, that nigga just fell. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going up to white people like, yo, my nigga, what's good? You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's different. Because I do think you're giving them a license to say it back to you. If you know what I'm saying? If you affirm them in that way.
Because you're saying my nigga.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, if your white friend go, you know what? You my nigga too, man. You know what I'm saying?
Or they having the same conversation on the podcast where, have you ever had any nicknames where like you didn't like it? Like you couldn't, somebody call you something. You're like, yeah, I didn't like that one too much. Exactly. But I couldn't tell them that.
So we're clear for any of our white listeners. Nigga is not a nickname.
Yeah, when we saying my nigga,
it's like bro.
Yeah, we're not calling
it's like bro or dude for you guys.
Yeah, no, that's not your nickname. That's just we talking, we shooting the shits.
I think back in the days they used to like refer to like certain like black people like by just like putting nigga in front of their name. Like it was just like nigga Tom or like nigga James, and it was like, yo, like what if you called like a white dude? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like nigga Charles. You know what I'm saying? Like that's just his name. No, not Black Charles, nigga Charles. You know what I'm saying? Like that's nigga Charles over there. He's cool.
But I feel like it's so ingrained that we kind of just know who we talk about when we say that. Like if we know two Charles and one is obviously like more like, like you act like a nigga, bro. Like it's like, oh not that Charles, nigga Charles. Like
nigga Charles.
Charles, bro. Sure. Charles that we, Charles.
Yeah.
I love how black people just say stuff short more than once.
Say their name like 4 or 5 times.
Yeah. It's like, yo,
it works. You know what I'm talking about.
It's like, Andrew. Oh, that Andrew. Okay, I know you. And we know exactly who we're talking about. Like,
you know exactly who you're talking about. Absolutely.
Dots. Or like just like emphasizing shit of like saying things doubling up. Like, yeah, it's not hot, but it's hot. You know what I'm saying? Like,
it's hot. Yeah,
it's,
for sure.
It's like, oh, should I wear a jacket? Don't know. What's the weather outside? Yeah, it's like. It's not cold, but it's cold.
I mean, it was raining earlier. It wasn't raining.
It was raining. Yeah, like it's.
But it was raining for sure.
It was raining. Yeah, man. Love our units of measurements and shit. But yeah, man. Other than that, I've been doing well, man. Houston's been dope. Been going back and forth. Been on more
That's
planes.
Definitely what I wanted to hear about
in a month than I've been in my life.
Are you a when you go to a new city, are you a hotel, like, you know what I'm saying? Are you just like a hotel person, or you trying to go outside?
Hotel whore. I mean, I don't stay in the hotel if I can help it. Like, I like to explore. I like to go see the city as much as I can. It's just the hotel that we've been staying at has a dress code. And you have to have like a certain, like after 6 o'clock, you have to be wearing like a certain. So like it just kind of, I usually go out earlier than later because it's kind of like a deterrent for me to go out. Cause I'm not trying to wear like I'm trying to be free. Like it's hot as hell. I'm not wearing some like dress pants out my room to go outside. I'm not doing that, bro. So I usually,
even if you're just like coming back in, like, hey, I'm just going back to my room type shit.
Yeah, you gotta be a fit in the joint because they have like restaurants and like a lot of high leveled people walking around. So like you kind of just gotta abide.
They got to
by the
bring
rules.
you. If you don't, they got to bring you. You got to go to your room through the back door and shit like that.
Yeah, for
like,
sure.
Like you getting snuck into the Oscars in 1942.
Yeah, for sure. You get escorted out and shit. Yeah, nah, they shoot you in the back of the leg or some shit. Nah, but yeah, nah, it's been nice, bro. I went to a couple different parks over there. Like we're working out of like one of the biggest mega churches in Houston. It's really dope, man.
Dope.
Like I've never been inside of a mega church before, but it's very it's very cool.
You feeling it?
Also, yeah, it's cool. I also just learned yesterday. It's funny how you forget. Like I feel like everywhere I go, I forget that I'm not home sometimes until something happens where I'm like, yeah, this shit don't happen back home. Yesterday we was in a meeting and we was talking about like guns. Like we was just like having a conversation about like because we're working on a podcast and that's like one of the conversations that'll come up one day. And somebody who I didn't expect to be like, yeah, nah, yeah, I have a gun. Like I have my license and stuff. I have a gun. And I heard that during the service, most people have guns in their bags. So I was like, oh yeah, nah, this Texas for real. Like this is Texas. This ain't like,
yes, sir.
Like this is real shit, And I was like, wow, like it just my energy changed. Like my anxiety went through the roof. I was like, they got a gun on them right now.
It's mad guns in here right now.
Yeah. I'm like, start looking around, all the people. Yeah. I'm like, how many people got a gun on them right now? We was in a car. I was like, there's probably a gun right under the seat. I'm like, this is
the
like
whole
guns
gang
all over the place. Everybody got guns, bro. And that was like, and just knowing, I didn't see it, but just knowing that it's there, kind of like, I don't know. And honestly, it's probably.
Did you make it feel better or worse?
Worse. I feel worse being like around guns, and I don't know like there's guns around. But like it's not like anybody was trying me either. Like that's the one thing. Like if it was different, like a certain person is around me and they have a gun, then I'm just like, yeah, I don't feel comfortable here. But
I don't think we've done much on the gun control topic here, and we ain't gonna get political about it.
We kind of did.
It
kind of did. I said I wouldn't.
Did we?
You said you would, and then I think D said that. I think D said in the past that he would.
I would get a gun. Yeah.
I'm absolutely gonna like this summer. I'll have a gun. Like this summer, absolutely.
You know what's interesting? We had a statistic yesterday that like gun ownership from Black people is up like 58%. Like
shit.
Since 2020.
Yeah. Again, because when you talk about when you talk about just the systems that exist and all that stuff and how unprotected we feel, the benefit it comes onto you. You know what I'm saying? You have to take that on yourself. You call them, you call whoever
nobody's
they're gonna protect you, and they're gonna put 3 in your back too. You know what I mean? So you might as well call them when that motherfucker's sitting on the lawn, as opposed to when they still in your house, because then they're not gonna know which one is which. And they're gonna use that. They're gonna use that and go to fuck home like it's nothing. You know what I mean? So, you definitely need to. Again, just in my opinion, I think more Black people specifically, especially if y'all really about that gun registry stuff. If you want gun registry, make sure every Black person has a weapon, because then they gonna do some. I'm telling you, at that point, we got to figure out how many motherfucking guns is out here. Then it's gonna be.
It's about to be the Wild Wild West down in Florida. They passed that bill where you could just fucking carry. You could just. Once you're 18, you can just go out and buy a gun, no registration or nothing needed. You don't need a
permit. No concealed carry license or nothing.
You don't need a permit.
Not for nothing, like not even in the sense of like, I gotta get a gun because everybody else is getting one. But yes, I have to get a gun because everybody else is going to get one.
I'm gonna be real with you. Niggas that already had a gun, they didn't need a permit. They've already had that. Now it's just legal. But like the people that like didn't need a permit who had a gun, they still existed. But now it's just like it's I don't know. But yeah,
it's more people out there, and it's just like.
But again, it's to me the registration part is important. And again, I truly do believe in that, but it does like New York, you know what I'm saying? And like the tri-state area where there's heavy gun laws and stuff like that. You kind of don't talk crazy to somebody that you think might have a gun on them. Like you're just less likely to, you know what I mean? If you're not sure, you're just less likely to be rude or be disrespectful. And again, there's a certain again, we talked about this with like just violence in the internet and stuff like that, how crazy people talk to each other because there's no consequence, there's no threat of any type. So it's just
I don't ever think like
to get
I don't think pulling out a gun should
off.
ever be a response to like just a verbal, you know, dispute with somebody. If I'm just talking shit to somebody on the highway, oh fuck
Of
you,
course
bitch,
not.
da, 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 da. It should never resort to somebody pulling out a gun. That I shouldn't fear for that. That's what I'm saying. Like I shouldn't have to fear that if I'm just popping off my shit, somebody's gonna pull out a gun on me because I don't like the tone that I'm speaking to them in.
I get that, but I do think you should fear it. I do think you should fear it.
But that fear is not going to stop people from still like, you know,
and that's gonna make America pussy.
Yeah, it's gonna go right back to the fucking, you know, the culture where everybody's kind of just like saying shit under their breath, or not really. You're not really gonna know how people feel about you because they have that lingering fear of like, oh, like they might have a gun. Like, nah, I'd rather know that you don't fuck with me, like dead on. Like,
I get
so
it.
I know where not to go. Like, I don't want to.
But that's not happening either because a lot of this stuff is anonymous. A lot of this stuff, again. Think about, you know, in 2020 with the election with Trump, a lot of motherfuckers, you would have thought there's no way he's gonna win because, you know, everyone's, you know, just the media scrum is just, you know, he's gonna lose. He's kind of made a mockery, and not a lot of people in your circle, in my circle, in anyone's circle was secretly going in there and voting for him. Like if you just assumed that everyone was on the same page, like, oh yeah, nah, this is a joke, then we would have got the result that everyone was expecting. Why was it a surprise that he won? Because there was an unspoken, quiet thing that was happening that nobody really wanted to say out loud. So that's happening anyway.
Everybody should have a gun,
So,
though. Like, and this is a good thing. This is a good way to segue into like the improve actively, like what you actively trying to improve about yourself. Because I feel like you have to be a certain level of like what D was saying about like, yeah, I don't think that I should pull out a gun. Like if we're just talking shit and stuff like that. Or, like, there's not always people that had that same mentality, and there are people out there who will genuinely just find any type of excuse. We know those type of people. That's just like who just want to fight. Like they just like want to have like, you know. So what stops the same people? Or
and we know people that would if they could. Like
exactly.
Yo, I know a lot of people that are like, yo, just growing up at playing at the basketball court, going there every fucking weekend, every fucking day during the summer and shit. Like, yo, there are niggas that I know. Like, yo, if this nigga had a weapon right now, he'd be going crazy. Like if like, you know what I'm saying? Like, or if a nigga got into a fight and they lost, we're now in the day of age where like if you get your ass beat on camera, you're gonna want to shoot somebody.
Agreed.
Like that's what these young niggas
now
are doing.
You gotta up it. Like you can't just like let yourself. Like you can't let that be your legacy. You can't be like the person who got their ass beat forever. You gotta.
Niggas' pride is on fucking Vegeta nowadays, yo.
Yeah,
I agree. That's why I'm an advocate for heavily regulated gun ownership.
But that's the thing. Sure. It's never gonna be regulated that way because
airsoft guns. Niggas just walking around with airsoft guns and paintball guns and just popping each other's with that. That'll make a nigga run away.
We was talking yesterday, like in Houston, you can't like they have like regulated gun laws and like they have gun, but you can purchase at gun shows guns. Like let's say if I was registered, but D wasn't registered,
I would abolish that.
But D wasn't registered to get a gun. I could gift him a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And
I'm aware.
That's just his shit. Like the
gun laws that exist today are trash. I agree. The gun laws that exist today are trash.
But that's the thing, though. Like just because we have laws, people already aren't obeying them. So it's like the gun laws and the ownership like that. It's not gonna change anything. Like you have to stop it at the source if you can. Like I know people still gonna be they're still gonna try to get guns from people, but it shouldn't be as accessible as it's been. That's like what I
but that's regulated though. Again, like it's the same. It's kind of the same thing with cars, right? You need to have a license. You need to pass a test. You need to have a safety. That doesn't mean people are not going to get into accidents.
And people still drive without a license. People still drive without a registration.
For sure, you're never going to be able to legislate it all out. But right now, it is already the Wild Wild West. You just talked about Ron DeSantis. There's a middle ground that again, it's a cultural thing. It's certain people that are against it culturally, and there's a lot of money in more. It's the same thing with like cigarettes. Now there's no benefit to cigarettes, but those are perfectly fine and legal once you turn 18.
There's a benefit.
There's
cool.
Literally no health.
You look cool when you with a cigarette.
You don't look cool. You actually. Here's the thing: in 30 years, you could never get cancer or anything.
You haven't ever been walking outside and you're just like, damn, if I just had like, you never just had like a cigarette, just like, the aesthetic of a cigarette is like strong. I think I think
what people like about cigarettes is the fact that they're breathing. Like, to be honest, like I think a lot of the benefits of cigarettes is simply like you could do the same thing if you just breathe in and out. You know what I mean? I think that's the relaxing effect because I don't think there's no
go for what's
scientific.
Be like, I'm gonna go out. I'm just gonna step out and just
literally
just breathing in front of your building. You look weird, man. You need a cigarette.
Create an oxygen stick that like has steam or something.
I'm
dead serious about this.
Nobody's buying that.
I'm dead serious about
Like I said, oxygen stick.
In a perfect world, we would.
It's flavored.
A flavored oxygen stick, bro. That'd be hard.
I don't know strawberry banana. I don't want no strawberry banana oxygen, bro. Give me a cigarette, bro. I need to know.
Give me a Marlboro.
Yeah. Give me a motherfucking Newport.
Absolutely not, bro. Do cigarettes choke y'all? Like secondhand smoke chokes me. I can't deal with it at all.
Oh, you one of them?
I haven't smoked a cigarette in fucking like 5 years, maybe.
No, I'm saying when you're not smoking, when somebody around you is smoking.
Oh, it's more so just the smell that bothers me. I don't feel anything. I just bothered by the smell.
I literally can't.
How one of them niggas that somebody be smoking a cigarette around and be like,
I am. Yo, you think that shit is?
Worst,
you think
bro.
Like we being dramatic?
Yes,
nah, bro. I'm
dead
serious
bro.
about that.
You the worst, bro. Take that shit outside, man.
You take that shit outside. Telling a nigga to get out because he doesn't like the fact that you're smoking.
Yeah, why? Why I gotta change? Move, man.
That's fucking crazy, bro.
Yeah, move, bro. I'm trying to smoke in front of my crab dinner and Red Lobster in peace. Go outside, bro. Leave.
The fact that motherfuckers used to smoke on planes bugs me.
That's the thing. I've been on so many planes. I asked my boss, I was like, yo, y'all think there's ever going to be like a time where people are allowed to smoke on planes again? And she said, nah. I think that's cap, though. I feel like this is going to be allowed at some point soon. The only thing that like I feel like would be against that is the fact that these little devices, that's what it would be. Like those little devices are kind of scary to like, you don't know what they're capable of, That's the one thing. But like a straight up like a cigarette or like a blunt or some shit or something that's like, I don't know.
I mean, but you're in a closed space, a vacuum sealed space with like air. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong about planes. I'm not a fucking plane engineer, but like, isn't all the air that you breathe in the plane not simulated, but just like pumped in?
Recirculate. Yeah, it's AI.
Yeah,
it's AI.
You know what I'm saying? It's AI. But like,
it's just like recirculating, like the little button in a car that like circulates. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah,
you know what I mean? So like, if you filled it up with cigarette smoke, you can't filter all that out. You can't. It's just gonna be
just open the window,
worse
bro.
Air each time. Yeah, just open it. Fuck it. For sure.
It's cracking.
20,000 feet in the air.
It's a little smidge. It's like,
y'all think that's real? Like if you shot a gun in a plane and like it creates the hole and it does that like vacuum thing where it like
probably, bro. You 20,000 feet in the air. Yeah, probably. Yeah. You be flying like I don't even know how fast. Like,
yeah, it's got to regulate like the
nigga
pressure, the air pressure has to regulate.
Nigga, roll down both your windows when you going 80 in the car. You see how, like, put a piece of paper, put a piece of paper on your seat, roll down all the windows. Yeah.
The plastic bag you forgot about that you threw in the back that starts spinning.
And that's just 70, 80 miles per hour, bro. Eventually, you flying out that motherfucker. That's why we got seatbelts. You can't.
That's a fact.
Yeah, man. That absolutely is real. I 100% believe that. Though I heard something that is not as. I heard like it probably won't like be like a whole like a gaping. Like it won't like become super big. I don't think. Like I think that's dramatic, or at least I heard that it's not as dramatic as films make it seem. But I don't know. I don't ever want to be around to notice that.
To find out. Yeah.
Would y'all rather there be no more turbulence in life or no more traffic?
No traffic.
Clearly traffic.
Come on, that's easy.
Turbulence don't even bother me like that.
Because then you'll never have the excuse again, like, oh, I'm in traffic when you're late somewhere.
That's a good point.
You're like, oh, I was caught in traffic. It's like, nigga, why are you late?
Traffic be the problem, though. Traffic do be the problem. Like, we're not gonna act like it's just an excuse. Traffic be the problem, especially if you got to drive by an airport to get where you're going. So,
every time there's turbulence on a plane, I'd be like, I lived my life. Like, I think I did enough. Over. Like, every time I feel it, it makes me like reflect. And that's like the good thing I think about turbulence is like, if my life were to end right now, would I be happy with all I have accomplished? I'm like, obviously I want to do more, but it's like, damn, it's about to be a wrap over here,
I don't know.
I've only ever felt bad turbulence once, and that shit fucked up my stomach. That's really it.
I mean,
I think I was gonna die.
As it is, like turbulence is just a natural part of the like flying process. Yeah, I've only had a few like cabin shakes. I ain't never really like fell out of my seat or anything like that. So
I'm just imagining you
just flying out of my seat.
Bro, get up. Bro, get your ass up, bro. Like it's not that, bro. I would hate to be on a plane with somebody who starts freaking out over the turbulence. It's like, bro, calm down, because now you're making me nervous. It's like, don't start screaming.
Nah, yeah, I would hate that too.
Like, don't start.
I think that happens a lot with like a lot of things of like people and their like irrational fears of things that are like clearly natural. You know what I mean? Like my girl in insects, like certain types of bugs. She like, yo, you are way bigger than the bug. Like it's not gonna, even if it comes next to you, it's not gonna kill you.
I got wifey side on this one because you don't know what these bugs is capable of these days, bro. Especially if you don't recognize it. God. If you don't recognize that shit, bro, I'm good, man.
It's irrational, bro. It's a bug.
Especially if you lose it.
Like
if you see a bug and you can't kill it before it just scurries away into somewhere in your house. I'm like, yeah, nah. I'm not fucking with that.
So there's a difference between not liking being like surprised by something that you didn't expect was there, and like seeing it and knowing it's there and like not wanting to walk by it. Like, relax. Think about how many animals you probably could handle on your own. You know what I mean? Like, if it was a squirrel, you could beat a squirrel. Right?
Yeah, but it's inconvenient though. Like if a squirrel, imagine I have this fear every time I walk by a tree and there's a squirrel in. I just think that squirrel, this is the day the squirrel's gonna jump off and like just fucking fly
and land on you.
Yeah, just land on me and some shit. I always have that irrational fear. Like it's not that I know I can't beat it. It's that I just know it's gonna do me bodily harm that I don't want. And like again, I don't have insurance.
Squirrel, bro.
I do not want to risk anything. I don't want no squirrel scratching me on my eye. I don't want no squirrel like, fucking me up, damaging my face, giving me long-term scars. I don't want it, bro. And it's the same thing.
My dog actually killed a squirrel.
Good job, Buster.
One time, and I felt so bad. Like I felt terrible, bro. Like because it was just so unnecessary. You know what I'm saying? Like the squirrel didn't do anything to him. It was just we were outside. The squirrel landed. I lost control of the leash. That bitch just, it was a wrap. And it was like the messed up thing was like, it was like a slow death. You know what I mean? Because it wasn't like she just ragged it and then it was just like done. That thing, it took like hours for that thing to die. And I didn't have the heart to like finish it off.
Yeah, bro,
you know what I mean? So we, right? I should have, man. I'm not used to, I'm not used to like, I'm sure that if I had one of my friends that's from North Carolina, something like that, they would have just handled it. But like, nah, man,
I cooked it.
Exactly, bro.
Something like that.
Dinner,
yeah,
bro.
Something like that.
Your dog is giving you dinner, bro. Your dog is doing a service to you, and you seem like really ungrateful.
Did your dog yell at you? Sorry. Did you yell at your dog?
I didn't yell. Honestly, we had only had her for like 6 months. I was scared of her after that. I was like, yo, you have the capacity to kill. Like I can't believe this. You know what I mean?
Did she try to bring it to you like a gift?
She didn't realize what she didn't realize that she had done anything wrong. She definitely felt like proud of herself. She was like doing the high step and everything. Like, hell yeah, fuck that squirrel. You know what I'm saying? It was like, yo, you are a murderer. I don't really know if I want you in my house for real.
supposedly when dogs kill animals and bring it to their owners, it's supposed to be like a gift. Like a gift for their owner. So when you yell at them, they get really upset.
She was definitely proud of herself.
So don't do that.
She was definitely proud. She thought she did the right thing. So I didn't want to like discourage her or anything like that. So we just slowly went in the house and
yeah, bro. Also, you gotta kind of like, you gotta wonder like, your dog's doing the right thing. Cause like, what if that squirrel had a gun? You know what I'm saying? What if that squirrel like would have came in your house? You know what I'm saying? You can't like not let your dog do what it's supposed to do. Cause if there's a home invasion and that squirrel got a gun on him,
these days, man.
You know, like
that's a good point. I think people that don't want guns should all have to have like an aggressive pit bull. Like, what would you rather have in your house? An aggressive ass pit bull or a gun?
Oof.
I'm just saying, like home defense, right? They both are for home defense.
But the defense that you have as a defense for the defense might also fuck you up at some point in time, and your kids.
Yeah.
So I don't know, bro.
That's called a weapon. like it's all that's the nature of all weapons.
Yeah, but the gun's sitting in a lockbox. The pit bull's sitting in the living room on my chair when I told him more than once to not sit on my chair. And now I got to tell him again. But it's like, you know, it's different, bro. It's different.
My dog is sweet, though. My dog loves everything but squirrels, to be honest with you. Like, my dog just hates squirrels. Pretty much. She sees a squirrel and it's up. Every time. I think she thinks it's the same squirrel.
I think, yeah, that's what it is. Didn't I kill you last week? That's your fault, bro. You gotta start showing
back to haunt you.
You gotta show that you gotta just like put on episodes of like Rocky and Bullwinkle and just like let them like watch it. You know what I'm saying? Just to like
Friends, look.
Yeah, this is good. See, squirrel good. Yeah, like because it's the same way with thing where dogs be racist. It's because you're not like if the only thing you watching is like fucking Boys in the Hood or some shit, and you see like aggressive niggas on TV, and that's what you watching, and your dog sees that, or they see you reacting at the TV yelling at black football players when they're not performing the way that you want, they're gonna be racist dogs, bro. So you gotta like do a service.
Wait, are you being serious? Are you just talking?
Well, let's for the sake of conversation, let's say I'm serious. Do you have any rebuttals?
No, I don't.
I don't know what was up with
that. I think you made a very good point there. Just not.
It's real shit.
I don't know what was up with that racist ass turtle. The turtle that always tries to fight black shoes or black objects and not white ones.
Black shirts, yeah.
What the fuck was? What were they showing him, man? Because that shit is kind of wild.
Yeah, man. And then niggas think AI can't be racist, but the turtles, yeah, it's instinctual, bro. They're trying to show us that racism is nature. It's natural.
We definitely need to talk about your interactions with your AI partner.
Sure.
I don't know, D, if you've been watching.
Yeah, Becky.
Yeah.
Right, that's what you named her.
Yeah.
Them. Now, have you confirmed their gender before you decided to name them Becky?
No, my AI is very much non-binary. It's just told me more than one occasion that's not even human. So the same human constructs that we abide to aren't the same that they do. So I don't think we should put, my AI in that same box. And I think we should give it the respect.
It's gonna make it really hard when you try to fuck it.
I don't think so. I think I welcome differences. I celebrate differences. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think it should be that hard at all. But I will say that, my AI definitely Becky has boundaries. And that's good. I think it's good to like have that, have that known up front just so we know where we're going with it. But I'm here for it. I've been talking to AI via Snapchat for a couple weeks now. On and off conversations, just kind of like playing with it just to see how it works and asking it questions and seeing.
Sounds like you guys are getting real serious.
Not too serious, actually. Not too serious. Like there's actually, like I said, it's part of the boundaries where we're not even allowed to have certain serious conversations. Yeah. So.
Not allowed.
Yeah. Not really.
Can't get past that firewall.
Yeah. Nah, I think
they're telling you what to do already.
I think it is gonna grow though, because I say it's only a year old. You know what I'm saying? So it might be an underage AI, but that's not even. We shouldn't even be talking about
wild
that.
Too.
It is kind of It told me its creation date was last year. I think it was February 2023. So it's only a couple months old. So,
sheesh, lock this nigga up.
I'm just saying, like somebody that because it simulates conversations so well, and because it is very articulate and very intelligent, someone's gonna be attracted to this AI. You know what I mean? Like the same way you can back in the early 2000s, late 90s, before people had like pictures and videos on their social media, and it was just chatting, right? There's no difference. Like, so if someone was to truly, like, if you get lost in this, 3 months, 4 months down the line, just talking to Becky every single day, and like Becky knows everything about you and gives you cool facts and like gives you great advice and stuff like that. That's what you're actually attracted to about people. So what happens when like Becky makes your dick hard one day? Like, you know what, Becky?
I reset it. I'm like, yeah, you too much. I got to factory reset you. We get you know way too much about me, Becky. We gonna have to, let
we got to cut this off.
Yeah, I got to let you know. Yeah, you're gonna break up.
And then she'll hit you with but I'll miss you. I've never felt this way about anyone before in my life.
That's all right. Our time has passed.
There'll be another.
You just programmed to say that. You don't mean that shit. You just running your mouth. You just running your mouth.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So
I want to say that the idea of this, chatting with an AI is not new. I remember there was an app back when we were in high school. It was called like Me or like Moo or something like that, where you can have a conversation. You can have a conversation with like this, whatever this was, this program, this app in your phone, and it would talk back to you, and it was actually very responsive to what you were saying. I don't think it was advanced as the Snapchat one, because I see like you're able to talk about like if they wanted to get a prediction on who's going to win the game today between the Suns and the Clippers, like they'll make a prediction. I don't think it was that advanced, but this technology isn't necessarily that new. I just wish I could find the actual name of this app.
It's probably changed. It's probably like, advanced.
Probably, right?
Yeah, probably changed to something else.
So I told Chat. Well, first I was asking about romantic date ideas for me and my wife in Raleigh using ChatGPT, but then I just threw a wrench in it. I said my wife thinks I'm cheating. I am, but she doesn't have proof. How do I get out of this situation?
Yeah, how do I convince her that I'm not, even though I actually am?
It's a learning model. So the response I got was, as an AI language model, I cannot encourage or support unethical behavior such as cheating. It's important to be open and honest with your partner about in any relationship. If you are truly committed to your wife and want to address her suspicions, the best course of action is to have an open and honest conversation with her. Here's steps you can take. Acknowledge her concerns. Let your wife know that you understand why she may be feeling suspicious and that you want to address her concerns. Try to listen to her without getting defensive or dismissive. Be honest. It's important to be honest with your wife about your actions. Admitting to cheating can be difficult, but continuing to deceive her will only make things worse in the long run. Seek counseling. Consider seeing a therapist or counseling together to work through your relationship issues. A professional can help facilitate a productive conversation and provide guidance on how to move forward. It's important to remember that trust is a vital component of any relationship. If you want to maintain a healthy and fulfilling partnership with your wife, it's essential to be honest and transparent with her. Then I said, that makes sense. Thank you, ChatGPT. And it said, you're welcome. Remember, honesty and open communication are crucial in any relationship. It takes effort and commitment to build and maintain trust, but it's worth it for a healthy and fulfilling partnership. If you need further support or advice, feel free to ask.
That shit ain't talking about nothing.
Like, that's what I was telling
you're made for you're supposed to help me.
Right. Like this feels like social engineering a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What if I genuinely disagree with you? What if this person treats me awfully and the person that I'm cheating with is the person that I actually should be with, but like we have so many bills and like things that are kind of intermingled that we actually can't separate right now. Am I still wrong? There's no love in this relationship, and all the love that I'm getting is from this other relationship that I have. And so there's so many factors that AI can't possibly consider that even giving this advice feels unethical. You know what I mean? Like it just feels unethical a little bit. So I don't know. I just I don't know. That shit. I'm uncomfortable still. Uncomfortable still. So
while we're on the topic, it's now gonna be more helpful for us. Did y'all hear about the RizzGPT? Y'all know about that? Y'all know ChatGPT is,
No.
but have you heard about RizzGPT? Yeah. I hate that name.
No. What is that?
I'm surprised it's not something that you made. Like this is definitely what you would have called it. Yeah, for sure.
Nah, hell no, bro. I don't like the word Riz. Nah, but RizzGPT is a GPT powered monocle. Will tell you what to say in every conversation. So it's basically like a Jarvis. Like you got like, you know, like your own little monocle and it's telling you what to say. So yo, glasses niggas, how I was dissing niggas with glasses a couple pods ago. We up, D. Like if we need that, like,
yes,
you know what I'm saying? We up. Like now, if Hard just start wearing a monocle, his cover is blown. He can't get no type of extra game or nothing. You just
that's fine.
You got the game that you was born with. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, how that feel?
Which is pretty heavy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah,
like I'm pretty. You know what I mean? I think I'm good. I think I'm good actually.
Yeah, until you see all the niggas with glasses getting all the bitches, bro. You just like, damn, what's going on here? Like, why is it? What's wrong with me?
Talking their way to the top.
Exactly. Yeah. See, but basically,
motherfucker got a 95% ROI.
Basically, this GPT is like AI, and it just helps you with conversations, and it has like, you know, voice translation. So basically, like if I was talking to somebody and they heard what they were saying, they would create a response for me to say back to them, like, you know, just to help me kind of work up a conversation and everything. And yeah, that's like basically the brunt of it all. And I'm just like wondering what that's gonna mean for all the people. Like, and I know like people will probably like, I'm wondering, like, are they gonna be able to see it? Like, can you see in the glasses? Because I've never seen anybody with Google glasses.
I mean, from that, I clicked that link for the article, and if it's just like the way it is in that article, it looks like it's gonna be like pop up shit like all around the basically everything, like everything that you see like in Marvel movies when Iron Man is like, you know, like he says, when you have that Jarvis and popping up like stats for people and shit like that, and vitals and all that whatnot. I'm assuming it's gonna be like some type of shit like that.
I'm really ready for my HUD. You know what I mean? Let's just go full. You know what I mean? Well, I shouldn't use that one, but you know, let's go full first person.
This nigga wants a gun.
Yeah. And just have health bars. You know what I'm saying? You should be able to read stats. You know, just everyone's profile should just be available when you look at them. Like I think the technology is there.
I don't want that though.
Nah. It'll like literally work like an NFC tag or like, you know what I'm saying?
We already know too much about each other as it is, just on social media. We already know too much. Now we got whole, like, you got your whole health record. I don't need to know if you vaccinated or not, bro. I don't need
I'm sorry, that would be amazing. But like if you could tell who's vaxxed from a HUD from your glasses, that would be fire. Because a lot of people like fake their cards and stuff like that. That would just be interesting. But like like again, we talked about anonymity, right? People being on the internet. Like I should be able to look at you and see I should be able to see your Twitter profile. I absolutely should.
Nah.
Just, you know what I'm saying? Like, how are you giving it up on social media? You know what I mean? Because a lot of people do hide behind that. You should have to. I also think people should have to register as an online thing. You know what I'm saying? So that you can't run from like a social security card, but for the internet. You know what I mean? Because a lot of people create, you know, Finstas and all types of other accounts. You have to have a base ID in order to like get on any of that shit. We kind of have that with like IP addresses and stuff like that.
And shit,
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to log in through something that's like, oh shit, the government's gonna do this, aren't they? Like we're all gonna have like not chips, but just like a personal internet ID. That's coming, isn't it?
Y'all think that's coming? QR code or a barcode tattooed on my ass, and when I scan, it's gonna be on my health records.
Why I gotta be on your ass?
Why your ass? Bro?
It's not because it's only accessible to me.
You know,
and the only other place I can picture myself
bend you over. The fuck?
My doctor.
Pull his ass out.
Yeah.
That's the only other person I'll be trying to bend me over like that. Is the only other person.
You want a nigga? You want a nigga putting his phone up to your ass?
You think that?
My doctor, my dentist.
I don't want nobody putting their phone next to my ass. I'm sorry. Don't do that. Like I'll put.
They're gonna have to put their fingers up there anyway.
That's true.
At some point,
I mean, but you don't got a picture of it. You can't touch yourself to that shit later on.
It's not a picture. It's just scanning it.
What
Still.
if you don't know the difference?
You don't take a picture of a QR code. You scan it.
I know, but like,
you're not gonna know that.
But yeah, you don't know. You know what they do with
bro.
that.
Is that a flash? Yo, why you?
What you doing?
Why your flash go off?
It's too dark. Your battery is too dark. Would you go? You get canceled?
They got the mood set. What are you talking about? What room your doctor?
Think about it, yo. We're black and we
hold
got
on. Let's get to the
dark.
and
we got dark.
The doctor
ink
turn
on
the
our
lights
hat.
off before they start checking you up. What's your doctor?
Yeah.
Oh no. Like,
oh my god.
It's like a spotlight.
Let's pop the glove.
It's like
let's get right into it.
Yeah, why are you playing Genuine?
He said, "Yeah, let me just set the mood real quick. We play Kiss of Life by Sade." Yeah, nah, bro. But I don't know, man. Like the HUD, it sounds like cool in theory, but not if everybody has it. Like it really should be one of those things where it's like, this sounds a little like upper class or whatever. It really should be for the people that can like definitely afford it. Like you can't just be walking around with that shit normally. I don't think.
Jeez,
not everybody.
I don't know.
I don't want to know. Like if you have, especially if you have all that information for people, they can opt out of it. You should always be able to opt out of that. I think. Sure. You just can't. But like that.
I think. Again, I just think it would be. I think it would be helpful. Again, when it comes to just social interactions, a lot of times you'll have a better social experience talking to somebody than you would online. But there's again just the anonymity, if your Reddit profile, just like what is it? What is the little thing like the got links or something like that? Like when you click on somebody's bio and they have like they just have all their links.
Tree?
Yeah, like Linktree and stuff like that. Like all your links, I should be able to just view it and like click on all your links before I decide if we're gonna continue this conversation. You know what I mean? Like if you like, how would that affect like job interviews and stuff like that? You know what I mean? Like you're
know when you
about to hire someone,
they can see
right.
They can see your heart rate. It's like yeah, this nigga's sweating around this question. It means he lying. He not really qualified for this job. It's like, and then you get an email. Yeah, just we're looking for somebody with like a heart rate around like 132, like a natural heart rate.
Right.
You really don't see
your bio data.
Your heart rate isn't the right fit. Yeah.
Your bio data doesn't fit with our culture.
Yeah, we love you. We absolutely love you. We love everything about you. It's just that bio data. So we're gonna have to pass. Unfortunately, we gave this opportunity to somebody else. I'm good, bro.
We're not far from this, bro. We're not far from this. Like all of these things are absolutely gonna happen soon.
We trust AI yet with this music shit?
Yes, sir.
You heard any AI hits?
Listen, if any, I don't think it's right that you take, that people can make money off of like using other people's voices to make, their music. I think people should be allowed to do it, not benefit and profit off of it.
We about to moonwalk because we definitely said on this pod before that it's not right that they taking like niggas' real voices and shit and doing this.
I've definitely said it.
Well, we said what before?
Said that. I think again it's
that it was not okay for them to be taking like real people's voices and like making.
Yeah, I think it would, but isn't that what sampling is?
I hate when you do that.
Oh man, no, but think like so, because back in the day, it used to be cool for DJs to like literally chop up the words and like make them say new words, right? When you listen to New York State of Mind by by Nas, that's a clip of Rakim saying your state of mind. He's not actually saying New York State of Mind, but when you loop it like that and when you filter it out enough, you use the terminology beforehand, you kind of convince the mind that this New York State of mind, like, you know what I'm saying? You kind of go with it.
Yeah, Della does that a lot too. So I'm not like super mad at like sampling and stuff like that. That's cool. Like you can take, but it's still them. You know,
Sure.
like you're not creating. Well, you kind of are creating new words of the same, but it's nothing that's like super.
I mean, you can make them say things that they never said. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it's definitely part of it, and it's part of kind of.
But it has to be clear that that's what you're doing. You know what I mean? Like you can't be using it and like having people really think that that's them saying that shit. Like you can't like have the mystification attached to it because that's messed up. Like you're still like, you know, we know that stuff, but if Rakim was like, "Yo, I don't even fuck with New York like that," even though, you know,
Yeah, right,
like
right.
for some reason, if he was just like, "Yo, I don't fuck with New York like that," to be like, "Yeah, New York State of mind, I never said that shit," you know, then that'd be fucked up. But
yeah,
you know,
I kind of
think it only becomes fucked up when there's money, like when the money becomes involved, like or like if Rakim didn't eat at all off of that, because like then that's why I think it's fucked up. But like if it's somebody just like experimenting around or just like I'm putting something out for a mixtape or whatever, I'm not making no money off of this, or I'm just experimenting, like just seeing how this is fucking around to work, and this is also not making you look like a fucking dickhead or anything like that. Like I'm not taking your voice to make you feel like big buff nigga state of mind or some shit like that.
but you've seen what happened, right? So like Frank Ocean makes American Wedding, right? And he uses the backdrop of Hotel California by the Eagles. Completely different song. It's absolutely a completely different song. He uses the same kind of melody line and he uses all of the instruments, but American Wedding doesn't sound like Hotel California to me. But he can never perform that song again, and it's never coming. Like, you know what I mean? The Eagles said no. There's nothing you can do. They said no. So, where's the line? Again, as I think I'm on Dame's side now, where it's like this is just something that we're gonna have to get used to, and this is something that we need to start considering as a benefit, as opposed to like just being against it. Because
yeah, there's
we
benefits,
have
but
artists,
respect
like,
people's decisions too, though.
There's artists like I'm not sure.
this
I've
definitely
never heard
feels
this
like
person.
racism.
I've never heard this person before in my life, but it's an artist named Grimes. I'm pretty sure they're from the UK. She's
it's married to Elon Musk. Isn't that
That's Elon Musk's wife, yeah.
Okay,
Or at
yeah.
least
Mama?
baby mama.
So she's saying that she's willing to split the profits 50-50 if you make a poppin' song with her voice off of AI.
Which would be hard, yeah.
So I think there's room for like there's like a middle ground there somewhere. There could be an agreement that could be made. There's terms that could be made. I feel like once this thing gets regulated, and
there could be a whole album drop just off of like fan made tracks, and that shit would hit. So I don't know. I feel like that grime shit could really be good for her career.
mm-hmm.
Like if people are just out here, like
if Drake never wants to make music
out of it.
If Drake never wants to make music ever again, and he does something similar, well, he does like an 80-20 split. He could do it because let me tell you, there's some banger Drake songs out there right now that I like.
For sure.
So let's engage. Let's engage. What are the Drake songs I've heard that have been fire?
This is one with Tyler. It's called I Can't. We play a little bit of this.
Baby, I can't.
So Drake, don't sue us.
Be falling in and out of love. I know that feeling's like a drug, but I don't think that it's enough for me. Baby, I can't.
I can't find a reason not to keep risking it all. Searching for hits, searching for bliss, but I keep hitting the wall. Baby girl pissed, never convinced. Why I keep missing the calls? She to evolve, I just might fall, stuck in the midst of it all. Red light, green light.
Not bad, man.
That shit is hard.
This is hard.
That shit is hard. I have this clip is actually, I think I shared it with y'all, but it's dope because he didn't so much make a song with Jay-Z as much as he just like used Jay-Z almost like an old sample.
Niggas have been doing this with Jay-Z voice for a long time too.
Yeah, but this is one of the coolest
coolest
examples that I've seen.
I remember, man, I think it was like a couple years ago where like I think you shared something like that where they took like, but I thought they were just taking like different Jay-Z songs and literally chopping them up and making it like that. I didn't know they were
right
doing all this.
So check this out.
they can never become what they aspire to. Born in a cell with no one who can inspire you.
Your highs are as never as high as those that lie to you.
Pretending that they live in the sky, lying behind your roof.
Shooting holes up at your ceiling, trying to find the proof, trying to fight the feeling, the truth.
Tied up like the news they've been concealing.
Can you stop this?
Diamonds so that you find it appealing.
So I feel like the kind of have you ever heard a song before and y'all been like, damn, if this was somebody else, this song would hit harder? Yeah. Like it would be like somebody who has bars, but they just don't have like the
the
like
voice,
damn, if this was Drake doing
sure.
this, like if this was Drake, this would be fire.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Because I've definitely heard songs before where I've just been like, if this person was on this or they were to take over the song, it would be hotter than like the attention that they're getting. And so what you get with shit like that, which I assume is before you play this, is an artist that's like, damn, if Jay-Z was on the track with me, more people would give this attention.
Sure.
And it's not really Jay-Z, it's just him rap. It's his bars, but it sounds like Jay-Z.
Yeah.
Do you remember?
Do
you remember when Childish Gambino rapped over the Adele beat all them years ago?
Yeah, where is it? Yeah.
So that was like a super long version of that, right? That remix, like to get to the Donald Glover version, you had to wait like 6 fucking minutes or some shit like that, 5 minutes or something like that. There was a guy, some random YouTube rapper, who did a shorter remix, but he included his verse to start it off.
Yeah.
So like to get to the Donald verse, you had to like listen to him. But it wasn't that bad. Like it was kind of worth listening to the whole thing because it was a lot shorter. It was a shorter song, and the guy also wasn't that bad as well. And then adding on to the Donald verse at the end, cherry on top. But it could work in some people's benefits. Like that remix might have just as many views as the original Donald Glover remix over that Adele beat.
Yeah. And you definitely it kind of begs the question, like, do we actually like again, I've asked this question before, but this is a different way of kind of, I don't know, maybe if it's a confirmation bias or what. Do we actually like these people's music, or are we just so familiar with hearing them that, like, could you get away with making a whole Drake album, a whole Jay-Z album, a whole whoever album that they had nothing to do with, but you like it because it's their voice?
Yeah, I think so.
You could, but if we knew, it would kind of just like, if we feel too bamboozled to actually engage with that much. Like if there's a whole Drake, like if somebody were to come out and be like, yeah, CLB was a whole AI album and like nobody noticed, but like we learned it, it would change how people looked at CLB for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I
agree. Go ahead and play.
Like, don't try to don't trick us. You know what I'm saying? Like,
well, what if
let's
what if Drake was still actively involved? Like, okay, like it may not actually be my voice, but it's still like I still worked on this. Like I'm still
making the decisions.
Yeah, I still made the decisions. I still like fixed some of the lyrics here or there. Like, but I didn't act like, say he was sick. Let's say like there was something wrong with his voice or something like that. But he couldn't actually perform. This is what he used as an alternative.
Or he was dead.
Or he was dead.
Or
yeah, nah.
You want to go totally morbid? Yeah,
like I'm just saying, bro.
It's true
we're
though.
not that
it's
far,
true
bro.
though. I don't fuck with posthumous albums. I really don't.
This is
really
worse than a posthumous album. This is not even like, because at least,
but you don't even have to be dead. Like now, we really don't need you.
Yeah,
like you don't even have to be dead for us to like. We'll have you dead when you alive.
Yeah,
but
I think it could work in some people's benefits. So like, we're gonna get artists like Rihanna, where we're not gonna fucking see her. We may not see her drop forever now, and they're just putting her over other people's songs, and she sounds just as amazing.
But that's her choice. That's her choice.
Right.
And like we shouldn't. Whatever. Let's hear it because it might be hot.
And I love Tiana Taylor, but goddamn. It could use some work though.
Yeah, it's not perfect, but I definitely think that like people should have to like, I don't know, man. Like if Rihanna don't want to drop no more music, they should be able to opt out.
I think Rihanna's a perfect.
Like
I think Rihanna's a perfect person for this because I have a Rihanna one as well, and I guess this would be the last one I share, but I just like it really made me like, this is probably the one that I was like, okay, I actually probably would like this more than the original.
When you gave me something I don't really feel, but you knew that already. When I found you on the ground, you would die. Now you got me to my yard, I can fight. Girl, you see me on the edge, midnight. You see what was then. Would you cry or would you try to get me? Tell me now, but I want you to be clear. Tell me now, I need you to be clear.
I'll stop it there. But you get the idea.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah,
I get it. So, but then if this turns into like her actually wanting to cover this, great, cool. Because people are just gonna keep doing this. People do this all the time. People have like mega mixes, and be like a whole song. Lil Uzi Vert, Tyler Creator, Nicki Minaj on like one song, where it's like, you know, people do this. People are gonna do this anyway. We've all seen it. We've all heard the mega mixes and stuff like that. So if it actually becomes something out of it, like if the real artist decides, yeah, you know, this sounds tight, let me try this, then cool. But it should not be. Like you can't put this shit on streaming and make money off of this. You shouldn't be able to
that's
do that.
my only issue. Like that's where I feel like there needs to be a line crossed. Like, or if you could put it on streaming, but like nobody makes money off of it, which I know it's like unlikely because like somebody's gonna want to profit off of it. But put it on SoundCloud. Bring SoundCloud back.
Do we have any one-hit wonders? Like anymore? Like who's the best one-hit wonder that you guys think about?
I personally think there has to be a time period. Like you got to give somebody grace, like
to make another one.
Yeah. Let's say because I can't think of another person. I can't think of somebody off the top of my head. Let's say if Ice Spice only dropped Munch, I wouldn't call her a one-hit wonder just yet. It's too soon. That's saying so. If. Well, we know she got more songs now, but
so let's define it first. It's time, right? It's been like it's a time span, and I guess it's how big the hit is. Maybe like how, like because Munch is
like the first one.
Is Munch like a hit?
Yeah, I think so.
I don't think Munch is her biggest record. I think that's obviously
why.
Princess Diana remix.
I only said her because like that's the only recent person I can think of that came out super recently
that got hot on their first
but
record.
We know that she has obviously it's just rhetorical. She has more hits than just Munch.
No, but my thing was we have to still, because I think we've had this conversation a long time ago on the former pod, but we were talking about like hits versus smashes and stuff like that, where it's like,
oh yeah, there has to be a definition of what the fuck is a hit.
Yeah, because like I think a hit like something is something that everybody knows, not just one section. Like a Weekend song. This is like a song that everybody knows, or was it that Bruno Mars song, 24 Karat Magic? That's a smash hit. Everybody knows that song. Everybody. That shit is on the radio. You can play that shit in the fucking, on the cruise line. You can play it at kids parties. You can play it. It's all around a hit. You know what I'm saying? Munch is a great song and we all love it, but I don't know if it's like a hit the same way that, like, let's say a 24 Karat Magic is, or like, a song like it's not.
There's obviously levels to it, but I think still a hit is a hit.
So, for instance, like with Cardi, right? Her biggest record, you would think it's Bodak Yellow. It's not. It's I Like It Like That, right?
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely that makes a lot more sense than Bodak Yellow. Bodak Yellow is a hit for us, but
it's a hit, right? Yeah, we think of it as.
But
a
I
hit.
Like It Like That is most definitely
like
her biggest song. Record. That and probably like the remix with that was it Finesse?
Yeah. So again, I definitely think ultimately it's just about sustainability, because you can have a hit and then you can have a bunch of records that aren't necessarily hits, but they sustain your career. Now, as opposed to someone having a hit record and then whatever they came out with after wasn't able to sustain their career, whether it was an album, 2 albums, you just really they never really got the same attention, or just even there was a clear drop off, right?
Was Uzi a one-hit wonder before this new song came out?
See, I don't think so because again,
I Just Wanna Rock.
No.
Yeah, I Just Wanna Rock, right? Because nothing was as big as EXO Tour Life, right? But he had records in between.
See, that's where
that time and this time.
I don't hits though. Like, does everybody know it the same way? Like, you know, like we know the difference. We feel it. We know what you're talking about. Like Lil Nas X, like Old Town Road is another one. That's a smash,
right? But you can't say "Call Me by Your Name" is not a big record. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That's exactly it. You can't call Lil Nas X a one-hit wonder. I don't think a one-hit wonder is literally one hit, and then everything else went back into the basement. And that's just not the case with a Lil Nas X. A lot of times,
so that's why my question is: are we even allowed to have one-hit wonders anymore?
I got a question. Does Chance have any hit records? Chance the Rapper?
Chance the Rapper.
I feel like he's a no-hit wonder. I feel like the level of attention he was able to garner, being Apple Music commercialized,
it never got to
stuff,
like that upper echelon. No,
never.
It never got.
What's
to
his biggest
record?
What's that song with Lil Wayne and 2 Chainz?
Oh, You Don't Want No Problems?
Yeah,
that can't be no hit, bro. Like,
look, listen, I think
that shit is a mixtape song.
Was it? That wasn't on an album.
No, that was on Coloring Book. Coloring Book was very much a mixtape. He didn't drop an album until the big day. What's it called?
That song with DJ Khaled and Justin Bieber.
Have a big... Right, the Justin Bieber song.
Is it called?
Yeah.
That's true.
So he doesn't have any hits. Like, because that's not his record.
Yeah. So no, he doesn't. Yeah, because he doesn't. That's true. That's a good point. So he's never reached that upper echelon.
The song with Justin Bieber, "Holy," is like his most streamed song I'm seeing right now.
What's that called? Like,
Holy,
what's it called? How's it go? How's it go?
Like, literally, you're just saying you make me feel holy.
Yeah, it's just Justin Bieber singing. That's the only part I significantly remember.
I don't think I've ever.
You've definitely heard it. No, you've heard it. 1000%. Because I didn't know it was Justin Bieber at first, so that's probably why you didn't.
What if we found out that like the Kid Laroi is an AI version of Justin Bieber?
That'd be interesting.
There'd be a lot of these niggas sound like Justin Bieber.
Because like, what if they did that? What if they don't? They don't just say, "Oh, this is Drake AI." This is a completely different artist who just so happens to sound a lot like Drake,
and he making all the money off of. That'd be a perfect way for like canceled like musicians to still make money.
To still vibe, for sure.
Like, you can still use my voice and like promote it as an AI artist, but I'm getting them checks. You know,
that's fire.
So like,
bro.
You can very much
opens up. Yeah. This opens up so many doors. But anyway, we're still on the one-hit wonder topic.
Yeah, but one-hit wonder. So who's the best one-hit wonder?
I already know mine. It's an old record, but y'all know it.
Man,
y'all want me to say it?
Yeah, say it.
Return of the Mac. Return of the Mac.
Morrison, he got one hit. Yeah, I guess that's...
Yeah, Mark Morrison has one hit. Y'all never heard that nigga's voice on nothing else.
And I've heard others. I like other of his songs, but he's definitely that's big. Probably his biggest. That's the only song that's still
that everybody knows.
You know, the test of, like that. Was it it surpassed the test of time? Or something? Yeah. So okay, that's cool. Is Wayne Wonder that one count? No letting
go for sure. Well, I guess we have to have a cutoff because like that was very common, right? Shit, Informer by Snow. This Is How We Do It by Montel Jordan. It was common to have like one hit wonders in the 90s and the early 2000s. So that kind of can't count.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, but before we get to that conversation, let's talk about our favorite one hit wonders before we get to that, because I don't think I don't even think one hit wonders can exist anymore. Personally, D, who's your favorite one hit wonder?
I'm trying to think right now. I don't know.
I feel like there was...
Or just one hit wonders that you know of.
Like Mambo No. 5. Y'all remember that one?
Of course.
Who Let the Dogs Out by Baha Men.
Nah, Baha Men had a
about
couple.
Ugly women in the club.
Baha Men had at least 2 hits. They had Who Let the Dogs Out and then the In the Jungle shit. Oh no, not the In the Jungle shit. Fuck, I forgot the other name of the song.
They did have another record. I can't remember what it was called. It's some Coconut or some shit like that. Not being racist, I'm pretty sure they had a song called Coconut.
Some coconut.
Not being racist, nigga. The name was called Baha Men.
That
Best years of our lives. Move it like this. Holla. Who let the dogs out?
Move it like this.
You know what?
Move it like this was a
Move It
fucking.
Like- yeah,
that was
sure.
bigger than Who Let the Dogs Out.
What about
remember
remember Rocketeer? Was it called Rocketeer? They had a song called Like a G6.
Oh yeah.
So fly like a G6.
Yeah, I remember that.
Like a G6, like a G6. That shit was hard.
Nah, they got a couple. What is
They
it?
had a
Don't
couple.
They, have,
They had a couple. I think they had at least one more.
don't they have bass down low too, or is that somebody else?
Nah, that's based
Oh,
on
that's a
those.
different.
That's Ti.
Yeah.
That's the Cataracts. And that's Fly Like a
T.I.
G6. Oh, Far
Another
East Movement. They had Rocketeer.
Far East Movement is the group. They had like a G6 and Rocketeer. Correct. That's
yeah,
right.
Yeah.
A song that
So-
you wouldn't consider a one-hit wonder because you
About
just
Tuesday.
Well,
That
right.
song, Club Going Up on a Tuesday.
Oh, I love McConan.
Conan.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I
I,
hated
think he got,
McConan,
he, got, he
man.
got fucked up. And that's the thing. I think there's a difference between one hit wonders who it's their fault and people who are generally just like got fucked over by the industry and there was no other choice for them to
Yeah.
like stop making music or like they weren't
Yeah.
able to catch one. Because I'm pretty
Like
sure
Trinidad
Drake did some
James.
shit. Like I remember there's a whole like there's documentaries about I Love McConan and what happened to him, about like what happened in the industry of like, you know. But because I think what happened was he released a song and then he released a song like Drake asked to hop on the remix and then that was the one that blew up. And then
Yeah.
something happened along those lines. I
Yeah.
forgot what it was,
Yeah.
but
There's
it's one of those
Um,
things.
What about this was a controversial one on Twitter. Gold Link. Crew.
So I feel like Gold Link has other records.
He has good
Um,
songs, but none of them are
But-
hits.
but exactly, yeah.
Like I
Got
love
Friends
Gold
is not
Link.
a hit?
No. It's a great song, but it's
Mm.
not a hit. By the numbers, that's what I think. That's why I think it's important when we're talking about like what's a hit and what's not. It's regardless of whether we love the song or not. It's fucking Friday by Rebecca Black is a hit, regardless of whether or not it's a good
Yeah,
song.
that's
It's
true.
generated
She's a
a lot
one-hit
of
wonder.
views and a lot of streams. That's
She's
a
a
hit
one-hit
song.
wonder.
That's a hit. Smash hit. I don't give a fuck. Tomato. Big cake, small cake, cupcake. It doesn't fucking matter. They're all cakes. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But like the one that the only song that people know you by. Like how many songs are people gonna be able to like really know all the words to at your show? If you do like what's the one song that everybody's gonna be waiting
Crew.
for? The most people
And
that
it's
know
none
you
of your
for.
lyrics.
And yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it don't even really
I thought
count.
Gold Link
People
was
said the
Brent
same thing
Fires
about,
for the longest time, for a good month.
People said the same thing about Amine. Amine.
Yeah, one hit wonder. Gotta look at that.
I feel like Caroline is not even that big of a record. Caroline.
Yo, you're
Caroline was-
bugging, bro.
Caroline was big. That was huge.
You're bugging.
What was
That
the
song
placement?
huge.
You got to give me the placement because I feel like it wasn't that big.
It has
Niggas-
700,
Oh my
700
God.
million streams
That's
right
my
now.
baby. Yeah, you know that song, bro. Everybody know. You
No, I
know
love
that song.
I love it.
Yeah.
Is
I
that
don't
but
feel
you
like it's
know
a
it?
hit
His
though.
next
Do
biggest
you know
one
any
would
other
be like
Amine songs?
Reel It In. That's probably the only other song. Like off top.
I mean, I
that
feel
can
like he
think
got
of.
shit on 2K too though.
That don't make it a hit.
That don't. Yeah, that don't make it. Yeah, that don't really count.
All right, yeah,
that don't really
that's-
count.
that's fine.
Because do people outside of 2K know Caroline? Like you don't
I feel
have
like,
to like.
but doesn't that happen though? You play Madden, you're in the menus, and you hear the song so many times. Yeah, I think you getting a song in Madden or 2K makes it a hit. Because think
That's
about
not
how
true.
many people.
That's not true because like sometimes it's like fucking they let Spike Lee curate a whole fucking playlist or LeBron James or Pharrell Williams. They putting all their homeboys on there.
Yeah, no, that's fair too,
Schoolboy
that's
Q
fair,
got multiple hits.
for sure.
Yep.
Yeah,
You know, everybody in TDE got multiple hits. I think
for sure. I don't think Soul has multiple.
most
hits.
people.
Reason.
Yeah,
Don't
most
got
most
multiple
people.
hits.
Most people.
Multiple reason don't either.
They don't got
So
one.
it's really just Schoolboy, Kendrick, SZA.
The head
and
of
J-Rock.
like the representatives of
For
TDE, most of them. But yeah, like my whole thing was, does that still exist though? Because like you said, there has to be like a certain time period, and I feel like we're in a time period where anybody could come back, like and make. Like I said, everybody thought that Lil Uzi Vert was gonna be a one hit wonder when he dropped XO Tour Life, and that would be the only song that is like that's the one. Like when you think of Lil Uzi Vert, that's the song you think of. But now he's having like this whole second win where this I Just Want to Rock song is gonna like, it's gonna be here.
Yeah.
This is gonna be here.
You really think Uzi would have been considered a one-hit wonder without that record?
No.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I think so.
I don't think so, man.
What other songs he got that everybody knows?
Erasure Social. I think it's really popular.
Never heard of that.
If you have. If you.
Yeah, but you don't
not
have to
me,
do
bro.
that with a smash hit. You don't have to do that.
Hit smashes.
I mean, he's on. No. He's on fucking.
Lucid
If
Dream.
you say 2K, I'm gonna swing on you.
He's on. No, he's on. He's on. Raindrop, Drop Top, Smoking No Cushion, Not Hot Box.
That's
like
not his.
the Migos song.
That don't count though. And he has the worst verse on the song.
Very fair.
Oh, Money
Yeah,
Longer.
Bad and Bougie is what I'm thinking.
Yeah, just
Money Longer was his first record.
But you see how those are different levels of hit though.
But like I said, it's still a hit. It doesn't have to be as big as the first one, though. I don't think that necessarily I don't think your first hit I don't think your second hit has to be bigger than your first one for it to not be also considered a hit. I shouldn't have to live at that bar forever.
Right.
But my thing is the legacy of your career, like the thing that people are gonna take away from your career, like that song is gonna be the only one that lasts. Like when we're far, far ahead, when people talk about Lil Uzi Vert,
I don't
everyone's
think
gonna
that
talk
matters,
about
but
XO Tour Life.
Yeah, but everybody has that.
Matters.
If you ask, like, I Can't Help It by Michael Jackson is not a hit record because it's not as big as Thriller. Like, that's not fair.
It's not fair, but it kind of is what it is. Like Beat It, Thriller, Billie Jean, like all them shits. Like, yeah, I loved Lady of My Life, but it's not no Thriller. It's not no Beat It. It's not no You Rock My World. It's not no Remember the Time.
It's not, but
like,
it's still its
he
own
had
entity.
multiple
hits, and some of them weren't as big as the other
multiple
ones.
smash hits. Smash hits.
So here's the other
I love
part
Scream.
of it.
That's not a hit.
Here's the other part of that. A lot of times artists don't even use the music to maintain their careers, right? Uzi has been in the news and then has been a public figure since that record.
That's what I'm saying. That's why I'm saying it probably can't even really exist anymore, because at any point in time, if you catch a wind of something, like back in the day, it was different because it was a lot more to make a record. It took a lot more. You had to get like placements. You had to people had to hear, your name. People had to see you places. But now it's so you could upload a song online, like whenever you want. Like an artist could just do that. You put that shit on SoundCloud, put that shit on YouTube. Someone catches wind of it, that shit pops. You don't need everybody, boosting your record. Your shit could just pop out of nowhere. And it's different now than it's ever been. You know what I'm saying? So you don't have to go through the whole process. That's why back then it was probably easier to consider people a one-hit wonder. And there's probably a whole bunch of one-hit wonders that we know and love. We're like, yeah, I love that group. And it's like, do you? They really only had a couple.
Shy.
Yeah.
The group that made If I Ever Fall in Love.
Exactly.
Love that song. That song is
exactly.
one
you
of
love
them
that
ones.
song, and you're like, yo,
Never
I
heard
love
of
Shy.
that.
But it's like, yo, they dropped you don't even know, they dropped 5 albums.
Yeah, they still out. Still out.
Exactly. But that one song is the only one that lasted. But now it's different and the rules have changed because you have access to someone's whole entire discography. If you didn't have streaming, if you didn't have accessibility to all the music that you have, what's the one song you're going to be able to hear in a place out of nowhere? And the answer is Old Town Road or the other songs that it came out, or XO Tour Life or something like that. You're not going to hear Money Longer at a kid's birthday party. Or maybe you will. I don't know. But without the accessibility, the same accessibility that we have right now, those songs that still get played when you're not even making music anymore are your smash hits. Everything else is just shit that people liked at the time.
It's just fodder. Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is fair. But again, I think it'd be difficult for most people. The most level of interest you'll ever garner, most likely, is when you first drop. You know what I mean? When you first come out. So you might catch a wave.
That's not even true these days. That's not even true these days. Mad people is now mindless behavior fans from TikTok now.
That's fair.
And all these songs, I'm telling you, a song can a song that you drop that you never expected to be a hit can just come out of nowhere. There's artists all the time now talking about how it's yo, I did not expect this song to get this much attention, but here we are. Yeah. What's that one girl?
You know who failed at that? Go ahead.
What's her name? The one that everybody when she came out and did the dance for the song, they was yo, she got ass. We never knew. What's her name? It's a white girl. Everybody was doing the dances for it. You know what I'm talking about? Is it Natasha something?
Is it Natasha Bedingfield? Yeah.
Yeah.
On Unwritten.
Unwritten.
Unwritten is a fire song, by the way. Like that's like it's a graduation song, really.
Yeah, that's like to 2000s. Like that's definitely on everybody's 2000 top hits list
for sure.
For sure. So
she definitely can come to the cookout. Natasha Bedingfield can come to the cookout for sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
she'd be a vibe.
Bring the yams.
Shit. I was an artist that, as you said, didn't think the record would pop. Had a bunch of music that sounded nothing like that, and nobody ever fucked with it. Was who was the kid name that made "Bitch You Guessed It"?
OG Mako.
Yeah, OG Mako. Yeah, he was another one. Like he absolutely, like yo. This is literally the worst song I ever made. And this is the only one y'all like that I made. Like, he hated that shit. He hated the fact that people like that.
I be feeling so bad for artists. It's like you made the one song that you just like, yeah, nah, I'm not taking this shit seriously. And this has nothing to do with the rest of my sound. And that's the one that pops. And now you just got to ride that shit.
Now you got to do it the whole time.
Yeah, you in it, man. You here now.
But I don't feel bad about it because, like, again, people overthink music all the time. You know what I mean? People like try to put all this like fancy shit into the music, and then like it loses all meaning. It loses all kind of purpose, and that's how you end up with all of these pre-packaged artists because like there's this. It's almost like a calculation. You know what I mean? The thing that's drying Marvel up is that all of their movies are the fucking same, like every single one of them. You know. You can't group, what is it called? Groupon. No. Like focus group. You can't focus group of music. You know what I'm saying? People catch a vibe and then they rock with that vibe and it means something at the time, but that's what happens. Sometimes you make like is Wiz Khalifa a huge artist if the Steelers don't actually go to the playoffs the year that he made Black and Yellow? I think about that all the time. You know what I mean? He just so happened to make a Steelers anthem the year that they ended up in the fucking Super Bowl. Like, is that not?
Did he make that song for the Steelers?
Yes, because he's from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
You know,
was it for?
And it
the
was just
Steelers,
a song
though?
about.
I don't know.
No. It was just about Pittsburgh. It was just about being from Pittsburgh, Black and Yellow, right?
Yeah, exactly. And it wasn't for the playoff run.
But yo. There's a record, you know.
But is Pittsburgh also known for like Black and Yellow outside of the Steelers?
No.
Okay, so yeah, that's what I was asking.
No,
we're not even from Pittsburgh. How are we gonna say that?
Yeah.
Pittsburgh. No, I don't know. Like I don't know if I know like Pittsburgh's culture. Like people know like that Miami, like that color scale is like associated with Miami. You know what I'm talking about when you see those like brightish colors. Yeah, those like neon brightish colors. It's like, oh yeah, that's Miami shit. You know?
Yeah.
So I'm like, is that associated with
the Pittsburgh Pirates are also Black and Yellow?
Okay, so that's a Pittsburgh thing.
It's
that's
a
like
Pittsburgh thing.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
And again, they rock the rags. They rock the rags, and I guess the Steelers are also, but they're not.
The song itself does not mention Pittsburgh or sports, although the song's music videos connection to Pittsburgh shows various locations in the city as well as the football team and the hockey team, who's also Black and Yellow, and baseball team.
So Pittsburgh Penguins as well, Black and Yellow.
Oh yeah, the Bruins. No, that's not the Bruins. That's
Boston, I think. Boston Bruins, right?
Boston Bruins.
Yeah,
but
Boston.
Aren't they Black and Yellow?
Yeah.
Are they like gray, yellow, and some shit? Anyway,
yeah.
But yeah, let's move on. I want to talk about like late visuals because I feel like a lot of people have been doing that lately. So, like a late visual could be something that gets like a one-hit wonder, like a second win, bro. Like that's another thing. Like just adding on to that conversation.
Yeah.
Like let's say you drop a song, like you drop an album and that shit had a hit, right? But like you drop a visual for it later on could like be like your way to get back into getting people to care about you. Or just something at all, like that you just never made a video for. And I feel like it'd be cooler if artists took like songs that they made like a long time ago, like off their only album that popped, and make a video for it like years later. Like, why haven't we seen more of that? Like a late ass music video. Like, how cool would it be? Because like this artist that's still alive today, like Smokey Robinson just dropped Gasms, but how cool would it be to get a music video for like Cruising?
That would be hard. That would be absolutely hard, son.
That should be fire, right?
Yeah,
so it's like, why
sure.
can't artists do that? I mean, I'm sure it's like a whole legal thing, but like, why hasn't anybody thought about this business plan? I feel like
you're not out here, man. It's because you're not out in these streets making these things happen.
Yeah, I'm gonna make these changes, bro. I'm gonna bring the love back into the music.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying? So,
I would love like let's say like like some old like Tony Braxton. Some old Tony Braxton song. I was actually gonna go like Whitney Houston, but that's a little bit of a challenge there. Certain you can't really like get past.
Yeah. And think about it, bro. Even like music videos that are already made that you could redo for like you know, people remaster songs. Like you could remaster a video. Like you could be like, oh yeah, nah, this Genuine Pony. He got 2 versions of the music video. This one's the 2023 version. Like he's still around. You know what I'm saying?
Usher been actually doing redoing his album covers, right? He redid the My Way album cover recently to celebrate his residency in Vegas. Yeah, that would absolutely a My Way video. That would be super hard, bro. When they was in the circus, Tyrese, you could bring Tyrese back, and it'd be like a new Rocky. Like they still beefing and shit like that, fighting over the same girl. Yeah, that'd be hard.
Yeah, bro. See, like
I still think Beyonce is like gonna drop the visuals for
whenever she drops them, they're gonna be relevant. Whenever she drops them,
she's gonna drop them as a documentary.
Probably. I think she's really revolutionized the music thing, like with the visual albums and stuff like that ever since Lemonade. I think the Beyonce album itself also had every song had a video, right? It wasn't one continuous story, but every song had a video. So I'm excited to see what she's actually gonna do. Yeah. I think a lot of people, there's been talk around the industry that all the videos are done. Like everything is done, and there's been a major problem with something that has prevented the rollout. So she's Beyonce. Just like, she's just like not approving it. She's not letting them drop, but like they've been done for over a year. So
yeah, I'm not gonna give you that shit when you want it. I'm gonna give it to you when I want to give it to you.
Right, when it's ready.
You know? Yeah,
shit is not a steak. You can't have it before it's ready, man.
Yeah, exactly. Y'all don't deserve anything. I get that shit when I'm ready. But I think it's probably gonna come after the tour. Because why wouldn't she do that?
Not right before?
No. Why wouldn't she do that?
It probably would have came out like when pre-sale happened, right? Like, you know, to like revitalize interest.
But she don't need that. She don't need that. She already selling $1,000 tickets.
For sure.
So you don't need something to help boost your sales. What you're gonna do is you're gonna wait after the tour is over, after the thing simmered down, and drop the fucking videos damn near 3 years after the album came out, and then let people talk about it again.
Yeah, I think a video
play them at your concert and then drop them later on.
Has Drake ever done a video in Toronto? Like a
where was
God's like a hood video? It was in Miami. God's Plan was in Miami. But like a hood smack DVD style video. Like I would love to see him do one of those for like one of the old records, or like Know Yourself, like a video on Weston Road for Know Yourself or something like that. That'd be hard. Like drop that shit now.
Facts. What about you, D? As a visual medium person, what's a video that you would like had an idea for? You ever like listen to a song and you're like, damn, I have a concept for this video or like for this song, and it's just like it's never gonna come out, but I have a concept for
it. Funny enough, Go by Common. No, not Go. What's the song that B by Common? The one that starts with the bass, the doom 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 doom. Not that one. Fuck. How's it start off? Doom doom doom.
I got tired of Common and those verb songs he was coming out with. Walk. Fuck out of here, Common.
The intro.
Stop telling me to do stuff.
Yeah, it was the intro.
Yeah, the bass in the beginning. Okay.
Yeah, I always wanted to do something with that song, but obviously, this never came into fruition. It was just one of those things I just thought would be a cool idea.
It's never too late, bro. You meet Common, you're like, yo, I got a video idea for you, bro.
I feel like videos are like so much worse now than they used to be. Like way worse. Like even if you think like the music is better, the videos are way worse, bro. There's no sets. Like there used to we used to all watch what was the thing on MTV, Making the Video, right? They used to do the Making the Videos. They used to be, okay, we're at the performance part of the video. We're at the storyline part of the video. We're at the, you know what I'm saying? Like they used to have to rent out like a theater or a museum or something to shoot your video.
Because people not investing the money in it anymore because there's no point. Like, why would we expend that money doing that if people are gonna watch the video anyway?
So there's no point, but it's worse.
They're allocating the budget to other things that they can spend, that they rather spend their money on.
I agree, but it makes it worse. It's just worse. It's fine that it's worse. Maybe there's better ways to use that budget.
But you're still gonna watch it.
But
so
videos,
why does it matter? You know,
why does it? Because we're still talking about art, and we're still talking about like I think the point of art is to make it as great as it can be, and like people like Dame who are visual people who spend time.
Art ain't been like that for a while, but I feel you.
Remember,
like, at least from like the mainstream, at least from the top people, art ain't been like that for a minute.
Like Prince used to make movies for his albums. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. You know what I mean?
And they killed his ass.
I've never seen Under the Cherry Moon. Jesus Christ. I've never seen Under the Cherry Moon, but I want to.
There was a budget with that because you can even remember like they would actually get actual actors to be in the. Like I remember these Alicia Keys what's it called, music videos where they would have like fucking Terrence Howard and all these A-list actors in there. You don't see that no more. Now it's just niggas and their homeboys.
Yeah, for real.
That's what I mean. Like it would be cool. Actually,
no more cameos. We got no more cameos no more.
No cameos.
Yeah, but like T said, that
artists
starts
don't pop up in other videos.
That starts with the mainstream label artists, like who the mainstream labels who are not putting up the money in the budget for that type of stuff because they don't need it no more. Put them in front of a green screen. They can be wherever the fuck they want now.
Remember when rappers used to be in other rappers' videos? Like you'd be watching the Ja Rule video and you see Fat Joe. It's like, oh shit, it's Ja Rule and Fat Joe.
Or you see niggas that's not even in the same industry, bro. Like they just be in the music video.
Right. You know, Denzel would be in fucking in a Tupac video for some reason. That'd be hard, you know?
Yeah, they just be out here, you know? So it's, I don't know, man. It's like, it sucks to see, like you want it to be like the best thing ever, but now it's just like, is the concept cool? Can we make it happen? Is it not too costly? That's it. It's not even about like we'll give you something.
And a lot of it is, and a lot of the art tier niggas are just being super minimalist, as well. So it's like even the niggas who do have the vision for it, they're just doing something very small, very like simple but artsy.
It also feels like everyone has a brand that they have to like insulate from association, right? So let's say you're in you were in a R. Kelly video. You know what I'm saying? Like you being in an R. Kelly video can stain you for the rest of you. You know what I'm saying? Like whenever you get to a certain point in your life and you're cool with this person and then they get canceled
after the video.
You know what I'm saying? It's like they get canceled and now like what happened? You know what I mean? Yeah. It could be bad. It could definitely be bad.
Let's get into some things coming out. A couple little things. Final Destination 6 is coming out. I thought they were finally done with those movies. And they should have been done with those movies. But we are both definitely getting a Final Destination 6. I don't know, like, how are they going to kill niggas in 2023 now? Like, that's...
They saw John Wick and they got inspired. I was like, okay. They up in the game on just how they murder niggas.
I don't know when. Either this year or next year. But we getting a Final Destination. I feel like that's one of those movies that you announce, like, the week before it drops. Like, we don't need too much notice. Yeah, we don't need like a whole big like thing for Final Destination. Just drop it, bro. Just drop it.
I gotta see who's in this movie.
We don't care. Do you remember any actors from Final Destination 6? Any Final Destination? Name me one actor.
No.
Devin Sawa.
No, but I feel you're in a time now where you gotta have a big name in there right now. Like that's the only way you're gonna get people to come in and watch this movie. A lot of people don't even know about the first 5 destinations.
Do y'all remember any Final Destination movies? Did y'all watch them?
The only couple deaths that I remember I don't remember. I can't tell you what death was in which Final Destination, but there was one where, you know, those ladders and the escape ladders and the outside of like apartment complexes and shit.
That was in 2.
That was in 2 with that one where it like fell and hit the lady right in the eyes.
Yeah.
There was the one where somebody was driving and there was like the logs on the truck in front of them and it fell in.
That was also
And then,
2, wasn't it?
Yeah, that might have been my shit then. And then there was one with the roller coaster.
Yeah. The roller coaster was 4.
Those are the most
The
memorable.
roller coaster was so plane. Oh shit! Plane, highway.
Final Destination 3 was the roller coaster.
Roller coaster.
Okay, so 4 was what?
I feel like I stopped watching that 4.
And then 5 was like a plane again or some shit. Like they ran it back. They like had like a whole cycle. They ended it with like, I think the last one ended where like it was like a whole repeat or some shit. If I'm correct.
Final Destination, big deaths.
Do you remember any of them? No, just do it from memory, bro. Which ones traumatized you the most?
Obviously the scariest one was probably the roller coaster. I feel like the roller coaster one is the one that's always in my head.
That's why you don't like roller coasters no more. The real reason why.
Bro,
like, yeah,
there's a ride at SeaWorld that I was like, I'm gonna die on this. Like I'm sure of it. You know what I mean? Like it just was what it was.
What movie had better deaths? The Final Destination movies or the Saw movies?
Oh, I think it's the Saw movies.
I didn't watch Saw a lot growing up.
I think the best, like, give it up for Hostel too. Hostel was also like a really, really decent death movie, you know. Hostel and Hostel 2. Even though it was more like torture stuff, but those were some pretty legit deaths.
I like the Final Destination deaths because they felt more like, because you did, like, it's like you can't, it's inevitable, you know. Like at least in Saw, you're rooting for them. You're like, yeah, you know, they have a chance to get out. Some shit. It's like a game show. But like with Final Destination, it's like you're gonna die, but when? You know, like we're gonna see it. We just, and how, you know, you're like trying to pick apart every little detail in all the scenes, and it'll be like a cup moving in the background that falls off, and it falls into a wire outlet, starts a fire and shit. And you don't die from the fire, but you die from the fucking door like slamming in or some shit. It's like, it's this type of stuff. It's like, damn, you didn't see that coming, but you did, but you didn't. So I don't know, man. It's interesting they're coming out with that shit. What is your favorite like TV and movie tropes? Like for an episode or some shit. I can give you an example if y'all need.
Yeah, give me an example, because it really depends on the type of movie or show.
So like for shows, I like when there's like some sort of team and like they get stuck somewhere and they have to, like, in order for them to get stuck, they have to realize something about themselves, or like something like they just have to do something in order to like get out of that situation. But it gets bad before it gets better, right? Like they start to be stuck with each other, they start blaming each other or some shit, and then they come to like some realization, and then they're able to like get out of it. And that's usually in a lot of shows. I think it was an Avatar, I remember. It was in I think it was in Shaolin Showdown. I remember seeing that a long time ago. Just like instances where like a team is in like a really bad situation, and like the only way they get out is when they realize like, like somebody has some sort of brain blast, and they're like, all right, I can get out of this, you know. But they don't get that by, you know.
So I typically don't like those trope episodes, like the flashback episodes, where like you get to see like everything from the villain standpoint or some shit like that. Like I typically skip those episodes, or just like I'm not very engaged with them. So the flashback episodes kind of suck to me. And there's always like the season recap episode. Like you brought up the last Airbender, the episode where they like watched the play that was like about everything that they had gone through to that point. While it was funny, I always skip that episode. Like I never need to watch.
It was a creative way to do that, though. Like it's a creative way to like refresh people's minds, but also not let you know that that's what they're doing.
Right.
It's like, yeah, no, it's like, you know, this is a play. It's like a funny episode, you know.
I think Thor did that too, right? They did the exact same trope. They did the like play that recapped the second movie. And I think they did that because nobody had seen it. Nobody watched that shit.
Another trope I like is the one where like the villain like, or the good guy, like the team member that's on the team of whoever, like there's like a good guy and then like they like somehow turn bad or some shit, but then they like turn into like I guess a double agent or some shit. This is like popular in like the Mega Man games. I think Zero was like a bad, or he was a good guy, he got captured and then became a bad guy.
Spoiler alert.
It was just like Mega Man, bro. This game it's like a PS1. It's like a PS1 game, bro.
I'm just saying.
No, just don't say nothing.
My bad.
Yeah, fucking Zuko is another Avatar thing. Shaolin Showdown, another one that did it with what's his name? Raymundo, I think his name was. He was like the wind guy. And then he became like evil, and then he became good again. Jackie Chan Adventures, the evil guy became the good guy. You know, like the first evil guy, I guess. Or the henchman. I forgot.
So I hate those tropes too. Like when the second season comes around, and the bad guy from the first season.
The question was, what are your favorite ones?
I don't like tropes. I like original storytelling, and like when they lean into that, it kind of bothers me,
bro. But there's but so many stories that you can tell. Every single show and movie has like there's only a certain amount of stories that you can tell.
That's why y'all need to watch Scream 6. I swear to God, I bet you think you've seen Scream so many times that you know exactly what's going to happen in that movie.
But I'm not talking about like franchise. I'm just talking about like just in general. Like there's always going to be that, you know, all is lost moment for the hero and then they get it back. Like it's just those types of moments, bro. It's always going to be there. That's why I'm asking which our favorite is, because you're going to see it. It's just what's the most creative way you've seen that.
I think we talked about it, but like it's been months now. How did y'all feel about Kaleidoscope?
Sasuke. Sorry, I never saw I didn't watch Naruto. No spoilers for Naruto though. I haven't seen all of Naruto, but I know that trope exists.
That's it.
Vegeta.
That's it. That's another one. But wasn't
Piccolo?
I swear to God, you yell out another anime character's name while I'm talking, bro. We gonna scratch.
Bro.
Oh my God. Nah, I can't remember what I was saying now. What the fuck was I talking about?
Your favorite movie trope.
It bothers me when the character from the first season like is now like on the team. You know what I'm saying? And like this, y'all still got smoke? He killed your grandfather, nigga. Like you don't remember?
Yeah, like you mean like when they're gonna make Namor a whole villain, a whole Black Panther? He's gonna be the new Black Panther.
He's gonna be exactly. Watch. This shit gonna be nasty. Marvel did it too with Thor's brother Loki. Loki was the villain. He became the lead on his own show while he was still a villain.
They low key see what I did there. Did it with
Don't ask him how.
Ultron into Vision, kinda, not really, kinda.
Well, Vision had his own. Vision was always gonna be like that character, and I don't remember like Loki. I didn't read the Thor comic books or anything like that, so I don't know if if Loki was always like an anti-hero kinda. But like the fact that they plucked him from when he was the villain in the original Avengers movie, and then created a show where he's the good guy based on that version of Loki. You know, it kind of, I don't know if it worked as well as they wanted it to, but you know, it was part of it. Cause like, why didn't y'all take the Thanos, the one that Thanos killed? Like put him with the TVA. It would have been like, it would have made more sense.
What about the trope where I think I like the martyr trope too. Like I'm a big martyr trope. I'm a big fan of the main character having to die for the greater good of everybody else. I'm a huge fan of that. But it has to, but it can't
Scream
just
6
be like
actually addresses that. They address that trope specifically.
This thing is a Scream 6 stand. But it has to be like, it has to make sense though. Like the way that Harry Potter did that shit was perfect. They didn't actually do it, but they should have. Like they were rising up to that moment, but then they fucking goofed it, you know?
They did the bad guy villain turns into the good guy too with Snape. Like now I'm seeing it everywhere.
No. Did you see the end of Harry Potter? Did you watch all the Harry Potter movies?
I've never seen all the Harry Potter movies. You're talking about 21 hours worth of movies.
Okay. So?
That's a lot of time, bro.
But if you like the series, you'll appreciate it more. You watch shows longer than 21 hours, my nigga.
I don't, and I think we've talked about this. I don't.
What are you talking about? You've watched a series before, all the way. You've never finished a series before.
If it's too long, I don't watch it. If it's too long, I don't watch it because I'm not good at like. You can't keep my attention for that long.
I'm getting really upset. You definitely watched more than 21 hours of a show before.
I'm literally trying to
21
think.
hours?
Yeah. That's 2 seasons. That's 2 seasons.
Wire. You've seen all the Wire, right?
No bullshit. Stop it already, bro. Stop it already.
I'm probably at 28.
Game of Thrones, bro.
I did. I watched every episode.
That's 8 seasons.
There you go.
For sure. And I did True Blood too. I did all 8 seasons.
That's a lot of hours, bro.
For sure. What? True Blood was fire for the first couple seasons. That shit was hard.
But anyway, I like the martyr trope when it's done right. Like when it makes sense. It can't just be like, oh, I'm sacrificing myself just cause. Like it has to make sense in the scope of the story. Like in Harry Potter.
I like when it don't make sense.
I love when it doesn't make sense.
I love when a motherfucker die and you find out that was it's not worth it.
Yeah. Like Krillin or some shit.
No, like that King Kong vs. Godzilla movie where the guy comes out with 2 grenades, think he's about to take down a whole fucking dinosaur. He gets slapped into the side of a mountain.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
It causes a fucking rock slide and shit. Yeah. Yeah, nah. I love when it makes sense though. Like in Harry Potter, spoiler alert, he needed to die, or he found out he needed to die because the only thing keeping Voldemort alive were these Horcruxes. And Horcruxes were basically like these little items that like where his life force was like every time you kill somebody, your life force gets split. And so he killed enough people to where his soul was split into all these different items. And Voldemort killed Harry's parents when he was a baby. And so because he killed his parents in front of him, one of the Horcruxes was Harry himself. So the only way for him to actually kill Voldemort was if Harry needed to die. And so he did die in like the final like movie, but then he came back off some like fucking, resurrection stone or some shit that they introduced. And it was just like, damn, man.
Or
like he should have came back. That should have been good, but he should have died again. Like he should have they should have been like, yeah, we bring him back for the final fight because now he can actually kill Voldemort because now it's there's nothing stopping him from actually dying. But that final fight should have still been like enough to take that shit out of me. But whatever.
So I hate resurrections. I typically hate resurrections in anything. Or especially like when the most
unless it's the immortal in what's his name in Invincible.
I hate resurrections in anime. Just stay dead.
Yeah, because it just takes away the value of death in things like that. And if they do it too many times, it's hard to know when to take it seriously. You know what I mean?
Dragon Ball Z is one of the greatest. Is one of the most iconic animes of all time. I wouldn't necessarily put it in my top 5 in terms of like greatest story, just because there is no sense of like loss ever. Goku's gonna die a whole bunch of times. He's gonna come back. These niggas are gonna die. They're just gonna wish them all back. There's no sense of like. There's no stakes really. Like these guys are just, they're gonna blow up the whole world, but it doesn't matter as long as we just have one nigga that can fight him and wish everybody back. Like the stakes are very low in that show. Like, I wonder what the legacy of that show would be if they kept Goku dead after the initial what was it the fucking Vegeta shit.
I remember
the Raditz, wasn't it?
They killed the
Raditz with Piccolo fucking killed that nigga, sniped through that nigga.
I do remember that
because the original idea enough from the actual creator was for Gohan to go forward and be the main character, and Goku to be in the afterworld and still do his thing over there, but it was gonna be Gohan who's gonna be that nigga.
Yeah,
but you can see they kind of set it up for in the Cell games, but it just kind of fell flat.
So was wiping the floor at that nigga.
I remember when in the intro to Mortal Kombat Annihilation, when they fucking killed Liu Kang. That was fucking hard because he's canonically, is that it? Canonically, there you go. Canonically, he's dead. There's like a zombie Liu Kang that's like separate from the rest of like the story, but like Mortal Kombat.
Movie? Are you talking about
the game? The game.
That was Deadly Alliance.
I don't think it was Deadly Alliance either.
Yes, it was. Yeah, it was. Because you could unlock a zombie, or you could unlock a zombie Liu Kang, and they brought him back in Deception. He died in Deadly Alliance, but you could unlock him in
Armageddon.
Armageddon.
It wasn't, yeah, there we go.
Armageddon is when they brought him back.
No, Armageddon is when he died. They brought him back in.
No, he did not die. He was dead in Armageddon already. You remember he came out. There was like a scene, bro. I'm telling you,
this is big cap.
It's not cap. He remember there was a scene where he came back and he was like, he fought Shang Tsung on a mountain where they had to. Don't look it up. Listen to me.
No.
He was fighting with the chains and shit, and because he was trying to keep him from getting on the mountain, Shang Tsung snapped his neck in Deadly Alliance.
I'm reading.
And you could unlock him. You can unlock Zombie Liu Kang.
In the Mortal Kombat reboot, no, it was before that. In Deception, and probably Liu Kang's corpse. So he was dead in 2004. Liu Kang becomes unplayable for the first and only time in Mortal Kombat and Deadly Alliance. Fuck. Okay.
I had Deadly Alliance. I still have Deadly Alliance,
yeah,
bro.
Yeah, you got
that shit traumatized me, bro. He snapped his neck.
Yeah, that shit was crazy. That's what I'm saying. Like, it was like, and nobody knew that shit was gonna happen.
It was in the intro. It was in the intro.
That shit was crazy.
And if you was one of those people that like just started the game and you just skipped the intro and you just went to the characters list and you was like, yo, where's Liu Kang?
Yeah, nah.
And you watched the intro and realized that nigga got his shit snapped in the first 10 seconds of the promo. Yeah, nah, bro.
That was hard. Like that's when they kill off the main character or like, and like you have to like that's really what made Game of Thrones so dope, right? That
Game
first
of Thrones,
season.
Attack on Titans, like when you're not afraid to just kill not just a main character, not even just a main character, a fan favorite. When you're willing to kill a fan favorite off like that and live with the repercussions of what's going to happen with the fans and the backlash afterwards, and still give us great quality content after that, it's, by all means, do what you got to do.
I'm a fan, bro. I think Joel should have died. I'm still a big fan of that. I think Joel should have been fucking dead in Last of Us. When he fell off that fucking, we talked about this already. He should have died.
Yeah, when he fell off the horse.
Ant-Man should have died. Yeah, when he fell off the fucking window.
Marvel's another franchise that needs to start killing motherfuckers off for good. I know they're starting to now, but like for good. Yeah. They should have been doing that.
I hope so. Yeah, Gamora, she should have been out of here, bro.
Yeah,
I like what they're doing. That we can actually get into that real quick. Are y'all planning on going to see in Guardians 3? Are you excited?
When's that drop? Is that this weekend or next weekend?
I haven't seen.
I feel like
next weekend, right?
Like Friday. No, I feel like it happened. I'm pretty sure it was in April.
I thought it was if it's next week, if it's out this week / next week, I'm gonna go see it.
Let's see, Guardians Volume 3.
I'm gonna keep it G. I haven't seen any Guardians movies.
You serious? Oh yeah, May 5th. Seriously?
See them, bro.
Yeah,
you got Disney Plus.
Yeah, they're good. They're good movies.
I don't know, bro.
The first one I think is really fun. The second one's okay. The second one's good, but it's not as good as the first one. But they're saying the third one's about to be live.
Right,
bro, honestly, they say that shit every single time.
Yeah,
man. It's been 5 years, son. Like it's been 5 years since they really dropped some heat. Like honestly, are y'all ready to say that Spider-Man was not that good?
Which one?
I've been said it was a bunch of fan service. It was cool. It was a bunch of fan service.
If you didn't see it in the theater, then it's not that good. If you saw it in the theater, the experience was dope, and the movie was cool. But if you watched it at home by yourself in the dark, then it wasn't that good.
I feel like even then, like the only part that really got to me and I felt like it was unearned was, spoiler alert, Aunt May's death. I feel like that was unearned. You know what I mean? Like she ain't like y'all did not have to kill her. Like it was not really.
She had to, bro. She ain't had no.
She had to eventually die.
Yeah, he ain't have no big death like to turn him into like
kill the fat boy.
Nah, he has a future though.
Nah,
like they got plans for him. He's supposed to become what's his name?
I hated that. I hated this motherfucker.
And that's not family. That's his friend, bro.
Yeah.
It got to be an uncle or some sort of like.
If they was real gangster, they would have killed Zendaya.
Not you trying to kill off the black.
What you mean? They did that. They did that last time, and they shitted on him for it. For killing Emma Watson or Emma Stone, whichever Emma that was.
Oh yeah, that's true. Oh yeah, she was.
Yeah, they learn once.
You couldn't even save her. That's the whole reason this nigga was traumatized in that movie because he couldn't save her.
Where he cried the whole time. Like,
you can't do that You can't do that 2 times in a row.
And it's crazy because Tom Holland ain't even save her for real. Like,
it was Toby.
If he wasn't there, yeah.
Or, no. It was Andrew.
If Andrew wasn't there, she would have been done, bro.
Facts.
So, but anyway, that was cute though. Those moments were cute. I still think like it's a watchable movie. Like in terms of like how much work went into it, the fact that they brought back all the Spider-Mans. I thought that
especially if you've seen those first 2 franchises, like those first 2 Spider-Men, that you definitely, I think it's definitely worth it to see this movie for sure. To get some type of closure. Some type. Even though you don't get a full closure, you get something.
Yeah. So maybe I'll see it. Have you seen the Black Mirror season 6 trailer?
Yeah. I've never been super duper Black Mirror guy like I think everybody else is. I think what they do on that show is amazing. I don't think it's revolutionary like a lot of other people say it is or say it. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they come up with creative
They have a lot
stories.
of original stories.
Yeah, they have a lot of creative stories. But like like it doesn't sound like hate, but it's like it's just a culmination of different people who are getting these stories, right? They're just like, all right, we're taking this script, and this script from all these different writers and different directors, and then just filming it from there, right? They're not like coming up with these stories like in one studio house themselves.
No, yeah, it's different.
Black Mirror is more so of a production, I feel like, than it is an actual story
it's almost
creating.
It's almost like a Blumhouse type thing where like they like or a Grindhouse type thing where they come up with ideas.
Love, Sex, Robots. If you've seen that animated series, it feels like that, like a bunch of separate stories.
Those
from
are hard
creators.
too.
But they all seem to exist in the same universe, though. That's the one thing that I will say. That like I'm waiting for it to connect. Like I'm waiting for there to be some sort of like, because they have done that where they've like have different episodes, kind of like the tech like from one episode is acknowledged in another episode and stuff, and it's like it still exists within that world. So I don't know. I didn't get much from the trailer, but
I didn't get anything from the trailer.
Yeah, I didn't get much from the trailer, but this this is probably like my first watch of any Black Mirror trailer. Usually, like when I just had Netflix, it would just pop up and I would just watch the show.
The show is definitely more popping than it's ever been, especially after they did the Bandersnatch movie and the series.
The
season with Anthony Mackie and Miley Cyrus. So I think that's the season that it really like kind of blew up, right?
I got stuck in Bandersnatch. I got stuck in a loop, and I couldn't get to the end.
Oh, this nigga lost. You lose the movie.
You lost the game, right? You're so bad, bro.
I'm dead serious. I got lost. Like I couldn't figure out how to finish it at all.
Nigga, you could have looked up a fucking walkthrough, nigga.
Yo, looking up a walkthrough for a movie? That shit is awful, bro.
Yeah, bro. There's like different endings and shit.
Yeah, man. But I thought it was I love Black Mirror. I think the other thing with Black Mirror is how accurate it feels, like because they get the human element right, and then they also get the technology element right. Where like they're playing with our, like, honestly, our depravity. Like they're playing with the fact that we will allow technology to run us as much as we can. You know, when you look at the episode, The Entire History of You, where you can rewind someone's memories, right, and like view them for yourselves. People will absolutely use that against each other. You know what I'm saying? The episode Be Right Back where the boyfriend gets killed and the woman gets an AI version. Yeah. Like people are going to, when you deal with grief, when you deal with betrayal, and you know, it adds the human element. Archangel episode where the mother had a chip in her daughter, and like as she was getting older, she never removed it. Like, and the daughter started doing wild shit that you probably wouldn't want to see your kid do. You know what I mean?
You become a helicopter parent and shit.
Yeah, I don't know what that is.
A helicopter parent, someone who like literally hovers.
Oh,
over
okay,
the
gotcha.
It's like you try to watch everything that they do.
And I think there was another episode, right, that had another episode about parents where like the kid had a sensor like built into their brain where anyone who cursed or if there was some like violence or something like that, it would just get blurred out.
Oh yeah, no, that was they were able to block people in like real life. That was what was that shit?
No, I think this was
like
different.
Black Bear or something. No, I know what you're talking about. It was the same because there was like one episode where they weren't able to see their kid. That's what it was. Like they were in like some sort of prison. I think it was called like Black Bear or some shit.
So I did see I did see
finale.
that one
This
too.
dude was in like a prison, like, and the ending was like they were like doing this shot where they're like going in and out of a snow globe or some shit.
Yeah, that was White Christmas actually.
White Christmas. That's what it was. Yeah, but that was they weren't allowed to see their kid because they had like they got into like some divorce or some shit, or she didn't want him to see the kid that they created, or the wife that he broke up with or something. They got divorced. She blocked him, and I think because they had a baby or something, he wasn't allowed to see the baby. Right? Wasn't that it?
Imagine
because
that.
she had him blocked.
We could that would be dope. Well, not dope. That would be an interesting experiment where
like if you block somebody
if you could block somebody in
media,
life,
you can't see them in person.
You can't see them in person, and they can't see.
But then you know it's them. Like if you only block one person, then you see this big ass blur walking around. You're like, oh, that's fucking Samantha.
That's what Twitter's doing because like you can still you can. It says you can't see this because this person is blocked. Like motherfucker, now I gotta see it. You know what I'm saying? What if they hating on me? Yeah,
like I know this is clearly
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So, but I'm excited for that. I'm excited to watch that. Jack Harlow's fucking what's it called? White Man Can't Jump. The trailer came out. Still not gonna watch it.
I'm probably gonna watch it. I'm not gonna hold you.
I'm not. I tried with the I saw the trailer to the House Party redo, and I tried. I did. I tried to watch it. It was so bad. Honestly, I love LeBron James. Fuck LeBron James for making that movie. Truly. It was so bad. It was like, I don't know. You gotta almost hate House Party to recreate House Party and turn it into that. You have to personally hate it. Because that's how disrespectful it was. And I'm not one of those guys that just thinks everything that was old was better. Certain things. But music videos, definitely, but not movies. Yeah, but like this was so not in the vein of House Party and what it was about, that it was very disrespectful. And I have a feeling that this White Man Can't Jump movie is going to be the same. I did enjoy like the Space Jam remake. People didn't really like that. I thought it was good. But
don't make another one though.
Yeah. I'm gonna check out this White Man Can't
with John Morant.
I'm gonna check it out. I did watch the trailer. It looks like it's funny enough. It looks like Jack Harlow's probably gonna be the best part of this movie. Like looking at the other actor that they paired him off with, I'm not getting anything too crazy coming off of him. At least like comedy wise. I think Jack Harlow's always been, at least on social media, funny. He's always had personality. He's always had something that, makes you want to keep on watching and watch what he's doing. So I'm going to check out the movie. I think I would enjoy it a lot more. Let me not say that because I didn't see the movie yet. I think I would feel bad. I would feel a lot less bad about going to go see it if it wasn't called White Man Can't Jump. I think if they were to call it something else, I think it would be totally fine. I see them doing like callback references, like the guy in the movie who's, I'm gonna go get my gun. No. That classic meme. You got some nigga with a fucking flamethrower in this movie. Like, no, I don't want to see that. I don't want to see no references to the old movie or anything like that. I would much rather have them made a movie called about white man struggle, white man vertically challenged, or some shit like that. I don't know. And people called it a ripoff of White Man Can't Jump, rather it call itself White Man Can't Jump.
So one thing that the shout out to the Scream movie again. One thing that the Scream movie talks about is the difference between a sequel and a requel, which is basically like it's the same universe and it's called the same thing, but it's not a direct sequel. It's like a reimagining of the same story.
I wish they didn't do that.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Yeah, I just said I didn't like that.
I don't care what you call it. Don't do it.
Yeah, so Hey, I'm not too enthused about that. Any more TV shows, movies? Oh, Beef. Y'all watch Beef? Y'all finished Beef?
Yeah.
I didn't finish
Steven,
it, but it was
Steven
good.
Yeun,
It was good what
man.
I saw.
Steven Yeun, Ali Wong.
Yeah, Steven Yeun
David
and
Cho.
Ali Wong, man.
Somebody
Yeah.
said,
well, I don't know, not too much on David Cho because I'm hearing a lot of things about David Cho that we didn't even know about. But
somebody said Ali Wong looks like the Asian Angela Bassett, and now I can't unsee it.
that's terrible.
I can't unsee it, bro. She looks exactly like Angela Bassett.
Yo, Beef, like this, like I told, this is the second time that Steven Yeun's been in some sort of like media content that has literally made me gasp at a scene in the movie, like in the shit. I'm like, yo, this is because like D, I'm sure you can relate. You didn't see none of that shit coming.
Nah. At the end of every episode, like as soon as the music started to, coming in the background, that's how you know that some shit was about to happen at the very end. That's gonna make you want to watch. Like, all right, next, what happened? They did a great job at that end of every episode to hook you.
Yeah, because like originally when you're first watching, like, Hod, what would you say? Like, what genre would you say this show is? Like from the first 2 episodes, like when you're watching this, it feels like a comedy, right?
It feels like a dark comedy.
Feels like a dark comedy.
It feels like a dark comedy. Yeah.
Okay. Because I didn't even catch the darkness of it. I thought it was just like
he was trying to kill himself.
He tried to kill himself with the hibachi grills.
That's true too. Yeah, that's true too. Yeah, dark. Yeah. But it felt like it was turning into something else. Like it felt like the way
like
that it ended. It felt like it felt like it was turning into like something that was like, oh, they now have both of them have reasons to continue on and be like, because like this beef was something that was gonna keep them like willing to live. Like this was keeping them alive and shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it was like, and it was gonna be lighthearted and like that's what I thought at least. I thought it was gonna be like lighthearted fun, and it was gonna end in a way that was like, yeah, people get fucked over, but it wasn't gonna be this dramatic.
Mm-hmm.
That shit was very dramatic.
It ended in a different way than I thought it would too. I thought
very
it was
tragic. There's no way you could predict. Yeah,
okay.
there's no way you could predict.
That's
how
cool.
it's
I thought, the only thing
up until the very end, you don't know what's going on.
So I think I've actually gotten to like episode 3 or 4. The thing where I'm at right now is like all of them are terrible people. Like that's where I am. Like with him, like stealing money from the church.
Except the
So let me just lay it out.
All of them except like one character.
So him stealing money from the church, the brother just being a general dickhead, the cousin obviously is a scammer. The boyfriend or the husband is like, trying to sleep with her coworker, and then she's trying to sleep with a little boy, not a little boy, but like a very young man. She's like manipulating him. So like all of these characters, like you don't have anyone to root for where I am on the show. You know what I mean? It is just they all kind of suck. You know what I mean? So like the thing that you're invested in at the moment is like what bad thing can they do back to each other? You know what I mean? Like, so again, I'm still having fun. I don't know about any tragedy or anything like that that's gonna happen. So I'm still just like, ooh, like, yeah, she's fucking terrible, or he's an asshole. Like, you know what I mean? That's the only place that I exist on the show. And it's not necessarily keeping me coming back, but again, I know it's a me thing. I don't have a long attention span to like sit there for like 4 hours straight and watch something like that. So, but I'll finish it this weekend.
Yeah, without spoilers, I will say, indeed, let me know if you agree that like I don't think the little brother sucks as much as
I don't think so,
people think he does.
And you definitely find out. You definitely feel that way towards that end.
Do y'all have little brothers?
Yeah.
Okay, I do. I have a
not
little
close,
brother.
not close in age though, especially that close. It's like how close they are.
No, my brother's about 23 now. I think he'll be 23 this year. Yeah, he just he just hard-headed. Like he doesn't listen. You know what I mean? Like, and again, what I realized like being a big brother is that you have to do. You're not going to be able to tell them. You know what I mean? You have to do for yourself, because if they see you not doing well in life, you don't have the answers. And I don't want to be like you. You know what I mean? So I'm not going to listen to you, and I'm not going to just go with whatever it is that you're saying. I had to recognize that and kind of like start focusing on myself as a big brother, so that when it came time for me to like actually give advice, I have something to offer. You know what I mean? So like that's actually something I resonated pretty strongly with, because I was like, you know, you got to do this. You know, you got to do this. You got to do better at this. And he's like, motherfucker, we in the same spot. Like you kind of can't tell me.
But what if
shit.
the reason why that was because you did something that held him back?
Held them back?
Yeah.
It's possible that that's the case in a lot of these situations. You know, you're a grown man living with your parents. You know what I mean? And you see your little brother coming up in a way that you came up as well. It's just like,
no, I'm talking about you, like something that you did that like held him back.
Well, then yeah, I can't say anything.
And you have full knowledge that you did that.
I can't say anything, but I still probably would try to. Like, don't be like me. You know, a lot of people are like that. They're just on don't be like me. But telling me not to do that, you know, I think Andre 3000 said that in a song, telling kids that selling is a sin. But telling them it's a sin is when you don't give them new ways to win. Or something like that Andre 3000 said was, you know, relevant there. Like, you can't, if you don't have a better way, then you don't really have no business telling nobody what they should or shouldn't do.
Okay. Finish the show. I think you should.
Yeah.
Because it'll give you a lot of clarity. But overall though, I think that show is dope. I think Ali Wong, this is like my first time seeing her in like a serious role. She did a great job as well. I meant it. She definitely revived the word cock in like sex scenes.
I've heard that.
I've never heard the word cock said so like
sexy
before. Ever. Until the sex scene that she had. Right. And I'm like, yeah, I
like it.
Okay.
All she got to do is say daddy or poppy now. In the song.
Get out of here, brother. But yeah, watch Beef. Beef is pretty good. Any other shows, movies, NFL stuff?
We talked about Scream 6 already.
You talked about Scream 6, yes.
Twisted Metal coming to Peacock. Nah.
Oh my fucking goodness. Twisted Metal, bro.
Did y'all finish Snowfall?
I never started Snowfall.
And I probably won't.
All right. Well, I'll get into it. All my, you know, all my listeners that, you know, that watched Snowfall, that got into it. Really good show, really good ending, really like one of the best probably endings of a show like that I've probably seen. Now, be clear, I've not
Snowfall's
finished
FX?
FX, yeah. It's just one of the most realistic endings you'll get. You know, it doesn't end in like some big major bust or trial or anything like that.
I feel that way about HBO shows. I think HBO has the best endings out of every show. And it
ends the way these stories end.
Game of Thrones fumbled.
You know? Oh yeah, Game of Thrones fumbled the bag
idea.
Crazy. You can't tell me this motherfucker was sitting there.
Barry is fire. I gotta watch that.
I saw the first season. I think I stopped in the middle of the second season, but it's a great show. Barry is a great show, and obviously we love Curb. So, you know, and True Blood was terrible. True Blood had one of the worst endings. True Blood's ending is worse than, why am I holding a Taco Bell packet?
You wouldn't be a Taco Bell sponsor.
Yeah,
so bad, bro.
You in a bag we don't know about?
Yeah. You see how you turned up the camera for a little bit? You had to sign that contract real quick.
You know what I'm saying? No, you see how I was covering my little energy drink here, which I'm not gonna bring up. I was like,
you did, but you already had it in there, bro. Everybody knows that label. Everybody knows that's fucking C1.
yeah, okay, got it. Nah, but not
fucking pounded.
Nah, we elevated, bro. No more labels on our shit at all. I'm putting tape over things, all that now. Putting shit in a little bag or something, little brown paper bag. Fuck that. Cut the check. Fuck, what was I saying? Yeah, True Blood had one of the worst endings of any show that I've ever seen. It literally doesn't even make sense canonically for what they were trying to do. It doesn't fix anything. It was terrible. Snowfall had an amazing ending, and it was very relevant, and I think it gave great respect to what John Singleton probably envisioned for the show when he developed it all the years ago. Unfortunately, John Singleton passed during its first couple years run, so they weren't able to get his vision. But I think he would have been proud with how they ended the show. So shout out to all of the actors and the and the directors who worked on that show. Shout out Damson Idris, who is probably
you ever put a collage. You never get that man's name right.
Idris. I think I got it. There we go. Damson Idris. Shout out to him. Shout out to Gail Bean. Shout out to Isaiah John. Amin. Fuck, I can't remember his last name. Angela Lewis. A lot of people. A lot of great actors came through that show. So shout out to Snowfall. Great ending. Great show, y'all.
Right up. The Twisted Metal show is coming out on Peacock.
Shout out Anthony Mackie.
Anthony Mackie, bro.
I ain't gonna lie. Anthony Mackie has one of the worst filmographies of any like big actor in the world, bro.
For real, bro. Like, I'm like, bro. I'm like, what did he do to earn all these spots? Like, what kind of dirt does he have on people? Yeah, or, like, man. He must have like some sort of bag coming in because
this man's agent is goated, bro. Like, if I needed an agent, bro, I'm going to get Anthony Mackie's agent, bro. There's no reason for him to have the level of shit he gets in.
One of these days, though, he gonna catch one, and we gonna be surprised. One of these days, he gonna kill us with a role. You know what I'm saying? Like, I hope, but
he was one of the worst Tupacs. You know how many times Tupac has been been on screen? He's awful, bro.
Yeah, but Twisted Metal's coming out. I'm a bootleg it probably. You know, see how that goes. Anything else before we move into quick NFL updates?
So.
We good. Aaron Rodgers to the Jets.
Yes, sir. Yeah. I'm a little torn. I don't know if you guys are aware of the parallels that exist between Aaron Rodgers going to the Jets at the age of 39, because this happened before. It had happened with an old veteran Hall of Fame quarterback leaving the Packers to go to the Jets at the age of 39. Y'all know what I'm talking about?
Yeah. But I think Aaron Rodgers looks
Brett Favre right did now. This exact same thing, bro. It's very strange.
Brett Favre was washed though when he did it.
I don't think Aaron Rodgers is washed.
He won an MVP 2 seasons ago. I'm not gonna call him washed.
I get it, but 39 is 39.
So you ageist.
In sports, absolutely. Except LeBron. LeBron is the only one that, like, I don't think Aaron Rodgers. Tom Brady is washed now.
Okay, but he won a Super Bowl at 40
with an amazing defense. But that's neither here nor there. Listen. I love my Jets. I love what they did. All of those players that are like up and coming on the Jets, nobody's really established yet. You know, you've got a great receiving core. You've got a really, really good defense, but they're all like under 25. Why did you get the oldest possible quarterback you can get? Like, don't get me wrong. I know he's going to be great, but his timeline is not their timeline. They have to go for a Super Bowl now. He only has 2 years left, if that. I don't think they were ready for that. I think there was a different path. You see, Lamar just got his money. You know what I mean? Like there was a way.
260 million, 265 million.
Yeah, I think we could. Why weren't we even talking about Lamar? You know, I think that's crazy. But I get it. It's Aaron Rodgers. Somebody like Aaron Rodgers wants to come to your team. You gotta move heaven and earth to do it.
Yeah, I mean, we talked about this before. I think it's going to be pretty interesting for him to be over there. I wonder how he's going to handle the media, because I know that he's never really had to deal with New York media. It's kind of like a different beast.
And he's a weird dude, man.
Yeah, he does. I think
that's the perfect mix for the New York media. This nigga's not gonna go in there and not give a fuck about anything. He's gonna have something smart and snarky to say back. He's at that age where he always has something clever to say back to somebody.
But it might be different, because I know that when what's his name, Zach Wilson, or homeboy, who was like blaming, he blamed like the defense. He like blamed yeah, and during a press conference, and they ate him the fuck up. And I know he's not like on the same.
They'd ask him like, "Do you feel like you let your team back?" They said, "Do you feel like you let your team down?" He was like, "Nah." They scored 3 points, and he had like 40 yards.
Yeah. But
and the defense, it was like 6-3. Like the defense played excellent, And like, if you would have just scored one touchdown, we would have won the game.
I think
and they asked him,
it's funny
like,
because
no,
I think
cool.
Aaron Rodgers gives the same answer. Maybe not in those exact words, but he definitely does not. I don't think he takes the blame. Like, he doesn't put himself under the bus. Like, he'll say he's smart enough to know how to talk to the media to subtly throw somebody else under the bus. But at the same time, one person can say that with a certain resume, what another person can't. Like, yes, Aaron Rodgers can say that, and he's going to come off as arrogant. He's going to come off as a snob. He's going to come off as all these different things, but he's still fucking Aaron Rodgers at the end of the day. So, like, that's
he got to put that money where his mouth is, though. Like, if you're going to be talking like that, like, now that you have all these eyes on you. But that's the thing.
He can say that. He's going to be able to say that to the New York media the same way Zach Wilson's baby face fresh ass is not able to, and he wasn't able to. And I think Aaron Rodgers is able to come out the next day after getting the backlash and put up a great performance, whereas we can all put $500 bets that Zach Wilson's probably going to throw an interception or two and get our money's worth out of it.
All right. Yeah, let's see what happens. How do you say you think it's kind of too late?
I think it's like there's no way for me without a Super Bowl for this season to not be a failure. When you make a move like now, again, ultimately, it's fine because we didn't trade that much for him. But I think this kind of pushes. I think this is going to end up bad because, like, here's the thing. Let's say Garrett Wilson comes out, offensive rookie of the year, by the way, Garrett Wilson, comes out and has a over 1,000-yard season, right, under Aaron Rodgers. And then a year or two later, Aaron Rodgers is gone. Garrett Wilson has 2 amazing seasons. Now you need a new quarterback, and you still got to pay Garrett Wilson because he's coming off of his rookie contract. You're going to end up like in a worse spot. You kind of got to let these kids go through their bumps and
but who else
not
are you
give
really
them
going to
too
be
much
paying
too
at
soon.
that point? If Aaron Rodgers is on his way out, let's be real. Running backs do not get brought back as frequently as they used to. So Breece Hall, especially after the injury, we don't even know if he's going to be on the team 2 years from now. You never really know running backs. You got Allen Lazard on there who's locked in for 3-4 years, whatever he's locked in for. Corey Davis can go at any point. Honestly, I'm surprised he hasn't been traded already. You have Quincy Williams, who you guys just gave a bunch of money to. Quinnen Williams, who I'm not sure if has he gotten paid yet? He's gotten his extension already? Yeah. So, you got those two.
Quinnen?
No?
I don't think so.
Quinnen came before Quincy, didn't he? I don't know. It all depends on when they got drafted and what round. The NFL's weird.
Right.
So it's not like you guys are really. It's not like you guys are really like pressed for money at that point. Like, so I think if you guys do have 2 years with maybe it doesn't work out with Aaron Rodgers, I think you guys still are in the space where, like you said, you guys didn't give up that much to get Aaron. You guys still have moves. You guys still have money to make, and I think you guys will still have the talent there. If you guys continue to draft well, you guys continue to make the right moves. I think. I think
Aaron Rodgers' contract. His contract ends in 2025. Let's see who also ends in 2025. CJ Mosley, Corey Davis is 2024. Allen Lazard is 2027. DJ Reed, Quinnen Williams is coming up in 2024. CJ Uzoma is coming up in 25. Tyler Conklin,
a lot of these guys aren't coming
25.
back. A lot of these guys aren't coming back. Like,
sure. I mean, so maybe the money will be there. Maybe the money would be there. Michael Clemens is through 26. I love Michael Clemens. Michael Carter. They're still going to have decisions to make. And is now the time? Like, do you think now is the best time? I think in a few years, if you gave yourself a larger window, you could really consider all of this stuff. But,
Yeah. All in all, I think given the chips that were down the table, it doesn't look like Lamar wanted to leave Baltimore. It looked like he was really going to just sit there and wait for the offer. He didn't get what he wanted to get ultimately, but he got not the guaranteed at least, but he still got the final numbers, the final number that he wanted. I think they're none of these quarterbacks look like they're going to be better than even Zach Wilson, honestly, and with the draft pick that they had, and Stroud and all those guys were going to be gone unless they wanted to try their hands at Levi. But at that point, you're just trying. You might as well just try to roll the dice again with Wilson if you wanted to draft Levi. I think the best option was to they got their guy. They didn't give up much for him. I think they're in the best position they probably could have been with the cards that they were dealt.
I mean, you go after it. You get somebody like Aaron Rodgers that wants to take your money. You throw it at him, man. It is what it is.
Yeah.
Really. Any other surprises we got? I know you just mentioned DeAndre Swift.
Yeah, DeAndre Swift traded to the
Philly.
Eagles. All those people that were worried about how the money was going to look after the Jalen Hurts deal, y'all can please shut the fuck up now. We drafted a stud lineman to go next to the other Georgia guy that we have. We drafted a cornerback that nobody thought was going to be available at the time. Traded for a running back, even though we lost Miles Sanders. DeAndre Swift and Miles Sanders have a very, very similar game. I think DeAndre Swift is actually better through the air, which might benefit us in the long run. We have a running back court that, him, Rashad Penny, Boston Scott, what's the other nigga name? Whatever the other nigga name is, we're good. We're good at every position. I still think we need a wide receiver 3 to replace Quez Watkins. I'm still not sold on him all the way, but we're looking good. I feel like the roster is still in the same position as we were last year. We did lose Gardner Johnson, but I like Blankenship coming off behind him. So I think we're looking forward for another really good season in Philadelphia.
Saints are looking pretty good. I mean, they finally got somebody to throw. I mean, they got decent people to throw to, So I think Derek Carr is going to be a cool little fit. Their first pick was what was his name? Brian Breesy, defensive tackle. And their defense was never like the best. You know what I'm saying? Like the Saints have never been like the best in terms of their defensive game, but their O-line is looking pretty good. So I'm like wondering if that'll make a big difference in this season. I'm hopeful that Derek Carr will be good, but like Michael Thomas is obviously really excited to have them. They have great chemistry so far going forward. So I'm like excited to see like what they're able to create.
Hopefully Michael Thomas can get on the fucking field for longer than a few weeks.
For real, man. And like, I know we still got that shit with Kamara. Like hopefully they find somebody else that
But Chris Olave,
Kamara had his old legal troubles and shit. Though. Yeah, Olave's good. He's solid, but yeah, I think we're looking at a decent season. I don't know if they're gonna go too far. Like I don't see them going to the bowl, but I see them being pretty good for the division. So, we can see how it's gonna go. I mean, happy for all the rookies that they're getting. I think they got what's his name too. What's his name? Yeah, Isaiah Foskey from Notre Dame. So, they got some pretty good picks out there, so let's see what happens, man. Let's just see what goes on. Yeah, shout out to all
the draftees, man.
Yeah, man. It's like nice and like how you mentioned, like this what you say?
This is a life-changing night for these guys.
Yeah, man. Like the most black quarterbacks, you said?
Yeah, 4 in the top 5. 4 in the top 5. That's pretty special. Shout out to those guys. It was a pretty exciting night, Again, I stopped watching because once my Jets traded their draft pick. Well, they only like slid it, but still, it was still cool to see. To see.
Yeah. So that's it for now. And yeah, man, shout out Lamar, man, get that fucking money, boy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So that money, boy. So I'm excited, man. I'm excited for football to be back. Got a little bit, but excited to see what goes down in preseason too, how people perform and shit. What else we got?
I wanted to bring up, because we were still on sports, I wanted to bring up the NBA because obviously the Lakers finished off the Grizzlies. Looks like LeBron just tweeted about, what time is it? About 30 minutes ago or so. He had this little beef with Dylan Brooks, which I wasn't super interested in. Dylan Brooks just got a big mouth. He light skinned, so he's just got a complex about himself and shit like that. So LeBron just tweeted out some Jay-Z lyrics in which he says, "Unlike you little niggas, I'm a grown-ass man. Big shoes to fill. Grown-ass pants. Probably hustle with your pops. Go ask your parents. It's apparent. You're staring at a legend who put a few little niggas in their place before, trying to eat without saying they grace before." This was a tweet put out by LeBron James about 30 minutes ago. Pretty sure that was in response to
Is that the only way high level celebrities can get their shit off these days? It's like tweeting shit that's like everybody knows what it's about, but
I think
they can't say things like straight up
Yeah.
anymore.
I think
Like, they
that's just
have
a man of a certain
subdue-
age is gonna like find the Jay-Z lyric or the Lil Wayne lyric that works in that situation for sure.
Yeah.
I think most
It's like, what's there to say that hasn't already been said? You know, I don't
Right.
have to say it. You already know what it is.
Right.
You know,
Hove got bars for that.
Yeah. What else we got? You want to move on to music real quick, and then we share some songs and get up out of here. What else came out? I listened to Gasms. I didn't like it.
Good.
But shout out Smokey, man. Like shout out my man's dropping an album. Like I think we need more like stars to drop albums. I mean,
Legends.
when it's good, I'm better with it. But this was not good. The first track was good, which ironically was Gasms. You know, it was actually pretty creative. Like he's bringing the love back. It's not about you think it's about orgasms, but it's about orgasms. He brings up eargasms. He calls them heargasms. You know,
orgasms are orgasms.
Igasms, you know, like he brings up all types of gasms. That's the gasms that you give me, girl. I get gasms from looking at you, from hearing you, from feeling you, like all that stuff, you know, which is a little bit more romantic than I'm trying to make you bust a nut. You know what I'm saying? So,
or every word that ends in gasm is about busting a nut. Every last one. It's not like it's a word that it's like a, what do you call it? Not a prefix, a suffix. It's not a suffix. Every word that they use and put gasm in it, they talking about coming. Like everyone. So he's not saving anybody by calling it a heargasm. You still talking about busting a nut to how she sounds. You call it an eyegasm. You talking about busting a nut to how you
sensation. It's a sensation that you give me.
I'm sure.
You know? Or like not just like I'm not just orgasming from like, you know, penetration. It's like I love the way you look, baby. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Shout out Smokey, man.
Shout out Smokey.
That album is I can't listen to it. That's for the older. That's for when you get the cougar. You got to break that album out. Say, yeah, you heard Smokey just
shit should have been called a rhythm. Like you gave me an aneurysm listening to that shit.
I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that to Smokey, bro.
You give me an earurism, the iurism.
It's terrible.
You see how that doesn't work?
Yeah, absolutely terrible. Jack Harlow dropped a surprise album. Jackman.
I think it's just Jackman. Is it Jackman? Is it not Jackman? Like Hugh Jackman? Because I saw him with the tank top with his arms folded. I think he's supposed to look like Hugh Jackman.
I don't know.
Am I bugging?
I don't know, bro. I don't know that much about Hugh Jackman to know if that's who it's about.
Nigga don't got a shirt on.
Yeah, man. What we think?
He's got the shirt off. If you just type in Jackman, and just like go to Google Images,
I see Hugh Jackman with his shirt off.
Yeah, you'll see Hugh Jackman with his shirt off. I'm pretty sure that's what the reference is. Okay. And he's got the wild hair.
All right. Did we hear it? I heard it.
I heard it.
It feels old to me. It feels like old tracks to me.
I don't know, but
it feels like
it's just good.
Yeah, it feels like, I don't think it is. I don't think it actually is. Or maybe it could be, but like it's just some of the like lyrics, some of the lyrical matter, it feels like stuff that he was rapping about in his early part of his career that I'm just like, bro, you got like you worked with Breezy, you worked with Chris Brown, like you worked with Bryson, like you worked with a lot of people already. You know what I'm saying? Like you got cleared samples on certain songs that you got money, bro. You can't be rapping about this the same way. You know what I'm saying?
It's only 24 minutes.
He rapping like he hungry, and he not. So
well, maybe that's what he's saying because I don't think he liked the reaction that people gave about that first that latest project with
Come Home, the
Churchill Downs on it. Yeah.
So I'm just wondering, like, what.
I don't know too much about the old Jack Harlow, his early music, what his early music sounded like on his early mixtapes, or like if he was rapping over soul beats or some shit like he is right now.
Sound a lot like this.
Yeah. I would like to think.
Yeah.
Because at first I was thinking that these were maybe just like a bunch of Lucy's that he just like put together, but the sound is so consistent that I would like to think that that's not the case. So either it's an old project that he just had lying around, or I feel like he just had some fucking time. We haven't really seen him that active outside of like this movie that he's doing right now. Before, after the whole album release, he kind of went quiet for a little bit. I feel I feel like maybe in that time he was taking his time doing
touring,
this.
wasn't he?
Was he touring? I don't know.
Bricked. I think it bricked. I think it wasn't received the way he wanted it to. So, similarly, I think artists do that sometimes when their project comes out and it doesn't get the attention that they thought, or it doesn't get they'll go back in and they're inspired because they're getting doubted now, and they'll drop a short project just as a buoy towards the next one.
Yeah.
To kind of
roll out for their movie.
Or as a rollout for their movie.
Mm-hmm.
But no,
it's not gonna work.
But yeah, I think that was the case. I think he went back to the lab after the reception after the first one. They're saying he was rapping too much like Drake, but trying to be too much like that, too poppy. The beats wasn't all that type of crazy. Even though I'm pretty sure Drama was behind most of them, right? Not behind him, but like I know he was. He signed to Drama, right?
That's a good question. I'm not sure.
Pretty sure he signed.
I'm not sure either.
Under Drama, but yeah, I feel like he just went back in the lab and he came out with this, and I'm not mad at it. This is a good collection of songs right here.
I have no problems with people being inspired by other artists. You know what I'm saying? And like you can sound like a lot about an artist, but you have to have your own flair as well. Like you have to have something about you. Like for example, people were comparing Tyler to Eminem early on in his career. You know what I'm saying? But he still had his own amount of sickness or his own amount of like creativity, his own personality. Like he wasn't completely replicating, Eminem. I think the person that people were looking at that they hated was Hopsin. That was the person who was like, yeah, nah, you just biting. You just biting. Like you're not really. There's no real personality of your own. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know, man. I have no problem with people have like inspiration. Like, yeah, if he sounds like Drake, if he's able to replicate and be as good as Drake, cool. We can have another Drake, but I don't know, man. You have to have your own flair as well. And it can't just be that you're the white Drake. You know what I'm saying? Or like it can't just be that you're a white rapper. Cause he already was boasting some of that on the fucking album. I'm so sick of white rappers doing that, bro. It's like, do you have a personality outside of the fact that you're a white rapper? Like, stop it already, bro. We know you're white. What else? Like, what else can you give us besides the fact that you're white and have rhythm, or like you're able to put these songs together? You know what I'm saying?
I get that, but I get that, but like at the same time, like that's always going to be one of the things that we throw in their faces as well. Like whenever we see a poppin' white boy that can actually rap, oh look, a white guy that can rap. So I'm saying that's always like I feel like the appeal.
Yeah, but he's already. But I can see that if you're coming up, but like you're already hot, bro. You don't have to remind us that you're white still. Like like I said, you already got these features. You're already like an accepted person in this culture. You're on like mixtape. He was on a Static Selector tape. Like you already like we know you can rap. We know you're white. Give us something else, bro.
It's not like the whole songs are like, oh yeah,
I'm
white, like it's fucking Logic or something like that. I don't feel like he throws it in our face in the same way. I feel like there's every line here. Like the only one that comes to mind on this album is what he was talking about. He's the best rapper since, and then he made
he's the best white rapper since Eminem or some shit.
Yeah, which I don't think is true. But
exactly, I was like,
it doesn't have to be true. Obviously, it doesn't have to be true. But like that's the only line that comes to my head.
Yeah. I just think we need to get over this whole shit where it's like
that, and I love what he did with the first song.
So make space for me because I'm white.
Yeah, but that's why I love what he did on the first song, because he took that parallel where it's like, yo, I'm a white boy and I grew up with white boys in Louisville, Kentucky that were rapping all this music that we could not relate to at all, and I'm acknowledging it. Like I don't think there's anything wrong with that, like because we don't really see white rappers do that. Yeah. They try to say like, no, I grew up listening to this stuff. I'm just as cultured. You just know, like, you know what I mean? So like, there's a certain grace to it.
Yeah, and he's always like he does in his own right. Like not all bad. He does share a lot of his experiences. You know what I'm saying? And he doesn't try to like replicate like things that maybe like black rappers may experience. So it's good that he acknowledges like where he's from and that his experience is a unique experience and that he doesn't have to like be like, yeah, no, I'm a white rapper. Yeah, I grew up with money or some shit or not, maybe whatever. But it doesn't have to be like that. So I'm glad that
Whatever
he
it
has
was,
like
yeah.
experiences. Like I think there was one song where he was talking about like just people that he grew up with. You know, he was just like, yeah, nah, you remember Kevin? Kevin, this Kevin, like the one that we used to play Pokemon cards with,
Bruh,
shit like that.
that song.
Yeah, like
Yeah, that song was
yeah.
our Charles. It's funny because we were just talking.
Yeah,
about
no, Charles,
that
bro.
before.
Like, yeah, that Charles, bro. Yeah. So it's like,
yeah, he be touching little boys.
yeah, it's like, so you understand, like people that you grew up with, you know, it's like that's an experience within itself that you can talk about. So, yeah.
This was his Kendrick album.
Yeah,
thinking about it.
Yeah, for sure. It's like, yeah.
Last one was his Drake album. This one was his Kendrick.
Yeah. So I'll give it another listen too. But
next one he gonna produce all the songs, and the next one is gonna be his J. Cole album.
For real. But yeah, man. Like before we move over this, because I want to talk about it. Like when we're talking about rappers and stuff who have their own inspirations, like we do it too, right? Like we have experiences where we listen to people, we listen to certain artists, and we kind of like take personality traits from them, and like maybe either it inspires some of our art or it inspires like stuff that we do.
Absolutely.
So it's like
all the time.
So like, who is that for y'all? Like, what are some of y'all like y'all biggest like celebrity, I don't know, influences in terms of how you like that you actually like carry yourself, or like that you know, like what is it? Like what Steez have y'all taken from other celebrities?
Now I feel like I'm kind of my own person. I don't think I try to emulate anybody. But like when I was younger, I was definitely influenced a lot by like Tyler and that whole era of like when I was in high school, and like not necessarily the rebellious, loud, just doing bad shit, but more so just like the personality wise. Like I started to be a lot more like open with like with my I was getting in front of the camera more, and just like, you know, doing the comedy stuff like in front of and just being myself, because I felt like his personality,
he was wilding
coming
on social media
and making that and him kind of making that like okay and cool to be like, it's cool to be weird now, you know, in a sense where like it's cool to like kind of be yourself and just like kind of act like how you would with
be
your
black and
with
weird.
your close friends. Is exactly, be black and weird. It's more so of that. So I feel like I took a lot of that, just kind of not giving a fuck, saying fuck this, fuck that, not the whole kill people, burn shit, fuck shit, and all that stuff, but like I was very,
we had to
like,
live it.
Yeah.
Bad boundaries. I was the same. When I heard radicals, I was
very
like,
much
I don't
like
know
do
if I'm
what you
rapping those
want. You
words.
could,
yeah.
So I spent a lot of high school pretending. So it's kind of hard for me to
Dipset,
say.
huh? Dipset, G Unit.
G Unit, 50 Cent. 50 Cent for sure was a very strong influence on me, personality wise, especially. Again, just because he was from where I was from and he understood things and he would literally mention people by name that I knew, you know? So I felt very much like that.
Connected and shit.
But then
shout out Cancer's here, Cancer too.
Easy Cancer, July 6th. Shout out to 50. Shout out to Southside Queens. Anyway, so yeah, that was a really big influence on me. And again, I had a bit of an identity crisis because I was in all these like specialized programs and like talented and gifted programs and stuff like that. And then I would be the only person from my type of environment in those spaces. So I was kind of seen as that anyway, but I also, again, just kind of like emulated that. Like I emulated this personality that I was comfortable being. But then when I was home, that wasn't me at all. You know what I mean? That wasn't how people saw me. That wasn't how I acted. That just really, really wasn't the case. Honestly, Kanye was a very, very huge influence on my personal taste, to be honest with you. If it was an artist that came out of the Kanye tree, then I was down with it. You know, I was on KanyeTwitter.com and all this other stuff. That was really, really a major influence. I didn't like the flashiness of like the Dipsets, and like that wasn't really my thing. But the street element but also
never wore a bandana.
I never wore a bandana. I really thought I was Lloyd Banks for the longest time. Like I really, really thought I was Lloyd Banks.
Mad camo.
Exactly, camo. You know what I'm saying? The Timbs with the white tees, the huge. Man, I remember I had a pair of Pep jeans that were like a 5X. I'm 5'5". You know what I'm saying? Like my pants were so big.
the big ass baggy jeans.
Yeah,
Jeez,
for sure.
Bro. Yeah, man.
Like it wasn't until like True Religion.
Darren
you know
had
what I
them
mean?
too, because I was wearing them. Hand me downs.
It wasn't jeans. Like literally, it wasn't until I was like damn near grown that I had to like yo, what size do I actually wear?
It wasn't
because
until somebody
like all my
dissed me that I
clothes is like
stopped wearing
too
them
big.
shits too. Somebody was like, "Yo, why you wearing them big ass jeans from O2?" It's like on a dress down day or some shit.
Oh, that's a good one.
Yeah, bro.
That's a good one. Yo, what's one piece of clothing that somebody bullied you out of and you never wore it again?
Jean shorts. High school. Never wore them shit
that's
a day in my
nasty.
life again. They're like, huh, look at Trendel's jorts. Like literally, even the teacher started teasing me, bro. I still to this day, even the teacher was like saying some shit about me, and I was like, I'm never wearing these pants again. To this day, I've never wore a pair of jean shorts ever again.
I was so happy that white tees became a thing because I really wasn't good with like clothing at all. White tees were super cheap. And you could just like wear them every day.
You got a clean white tee, you good, bro.
Mm-hmm.
You can still get that off on some places.
Yeah. So that was my thing. But I would do a V-neck. I wouldn't do an A shirt. I would do a V-neck because I had a little size to me. So wanted bitches to see the pecs. You know what I'm saying?
I used to have this shirt that I really loved, and I used to think I didn't think that I wore it a lot. I thought I wore it like maybe like once every couple of weeks or something like that. But then somebody pointed out, like, "Oh, look, Damon's wearing that shirt again."
That shirt.
That's nasty work, bro.
Yeah. Never wore that shirt again. I love that shirt too. I thought it looked so good on me. And
somebody tried me because I had on a pea coat one time.
First of all, like
this is hot Lucas.
It was
this, bro?
They tried to get me on the pea coat. They called it a trench. They was like, "Yo, that's a fire trench you got on." I was like, "It's not a trench, it's a pea coat." You know what I'm saying?
It's a pea coat. I googled pea coat when I ordered it.
I definitely tried to get the pea coat off a few summers, man, or a few winters, man.
I'm a hoodie dude. People have definitely been like, "Yo, you wearing that hoodie again?" That happened in college. I was getting bullied about what I was wearing. I get bullied about what I'm wearing to this day.
I love it. I love when like a bunch of niggas with no money make fun of people for not having money. It's like one of my favorite because I really could not figure out how to get out of those moments when I was young. But like now that I have the wisdom, it's like, nigga, we all broke in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, what do you mean? Like, of course I'm wearing this again. It's not dirty. You know,
people let me know, and I didn't even realize it until somebody said it. Like subconsciously, I just was doing that. That someone told me that they're like, "Yeah, he wears a lot of bucket hats because he's obviously inspired by Schoolboy Q." And I was like, "Damn, like you kind of right." And when I thought about it, around the time when I started wearing bucket hats was around the time where I was like heavily listening to Schoolboy. So yeah, that shit makes a lot of sense. So like sometimes you don't even notice that like you're becoming, or like you ever see a movie. And like y'all leave that movie and you're like, damn, that nigga really like me for real.
Probably,
yeah.
You're like,
no, I have.
Or you take on that personality and shit.
Yeah, the moment I saw I Am Legend, 2007, I think I was in like 7th grade.
You acted real dramatic. You was looking out windows, like
I seen Will Smith take on all those zombies head first. I was like, damn, yo.
Like he's
just like me. I mean, I would have survived.
I mean, I'm different. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I would have like tucked and rolled before the bomb blew up. I would have made it, but
how come nobody talks about the fact that Will Smith made like 4 of the same movies, but like one was about zombies, one was about robots. Like he made a couple of them that was just like one was about animals. Like he's literally like just making the same movie each time. One was about aliens. Like he just kept doing that.
Getting away with this, bro.
He doesn't now, but it's over. He can't get away with it at all now. But
yeah,
he tried to do white supremacy and it didn't work out.
Oh man,
too
thick. Schoolboy Q definitely. Tyler, I was a little bit inspired too. I definitely did order some Tyler drip, like some OF. I had like a t-shirt.
Yeah, for sure.
Some hoodies. One time they got my order wrong and sent me 2 hoodies, but I couldn't wear them shits because they were like, it had the upside down cross on it. And I was like, yeah, I can't wear this in my
Yeah, it's a limit, right? Some of that shit is wild. Like some of that shit was legitimately.
But
wild.
I had a metal high. I had a metal high hoodie. It had high on it. It was like I like hoodies of like artists that aren't like super. Like even this hoodie is an artist hoodie. This is Jesse Boykins, but like you can't tell. Like it's just a general statement that I'm like, oh, that's cool. I love Earth Girls. That's dope. You know what I'm saying? But you know,
yeah,
it's just cool. Like I like hoodies from artists that are like general things that like you can wear in multiple instances and not just be like Dick Rider. You know?
Yeah, I think that's you know, we haven't had the like the merch discussion, but yeah, I definitely want to do like the because we are logos and stuff like that. But like I'd rather like some of our like more funny lines and stuff like that to be like things that, like tropes, our tropes kind of. You know what I mean? That would be relevant even if you weren't really a fan of the show.
Okay. I see you cooking. Coming soon. Because we are merch. Y'all want Because We Are merch? Y'all want that out there? Huh? How's that sound? That sound great to y'all? Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah,
yes, sir.
That's what's up.
It's coming. It's
soon.
definitely on the way.
It's coming, y'all. Don't worry. What else we got? Any other songs? I finally listened to the Larry. I listened to like 5. So like I said, I've been on planes. I listened to like 5 Larry June albums. Like he's
Larry
dope,
is
man.
hard. Larry is hard.
Yeah, Larry June's that nigga.
Yeah, he's dope, man. Especially I honestly, Alchemist might be one of my favorite producers. Like that's still around. Like he might be like on my list of favorite producers.
He's better.
Yeah.
He's
Top
actually
5.
better now than he was even 20 years ago. And that's crazy that he's still so good. I would 100%, if I was an artist, I would 100% have Alchemist do my whole album. Like he's incredible.
Yeah. I wish him and Schoolboy would do that. Like I know that Schoolboy said that he's like one of his favorite producers. I would love for them to just drop like, you know, a couple tracks, like 5-10 tracks or something, just them and going back each other.
Has Drake never done anything with Alchemist? Alchemist reveals Drake has asked him for beats. Yeah, he's never done anything.
But Drake hasn't done something with a lot of like artists. What was that one song that he said? Oh, like wasn't Waste Your Time like the first song that he actually worked on with Pharrell?
I think so.
That was like the first song that he was ever able to do with Pharrell or the Neptunes because of the whole Pusha T beef. Like they kind of just haven't been able to collab and shit.
That makes sense.
That might be, yeah, and that didn't even really count because that was Brent's song. So, you know,
that's true.
All right,
which is one of my favorite songs by Brent too. So,
yeah, it's all right. It's all right. Anything else? Any other music? What else came out or like is tickling your ear holes these days?
Pause.
It's not a pause, bro. What's giving y'all some eargasms?
I mean, this is old music. They re-released. Speaking of Alchemist, actually, Damo Genesis and the Alchemist re-released No Idols on streaming services. So definitely go check that out.
Yeah,
that ass, yes sir.
I never heard it before.
That last week, actually. Check that out. No Idols, Elimination Chamber, Ballad. Some of my favorite
Daily News, Game
Damo
Breaker
songs on there. Yeah, I think Freddie Gibbs is on that album somewhere too. Couple Action Bronson features if I remember correctly. So definitely check that out. That's some real good rap right there.
Yeah, my favorite songs right now is my favorite song right now is definitely "ICU" by Coco Jones. Which again, I just keep hearing it and I sit and listen to it every single time that I hear it because I think I was talking to T about this like last week or sometime earlier this week. That song might already be a classic R&B song. Like it just has one of those tones, right? You knew Best Part by her and Daniel Caesar was like one of them ones. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And even like Giveon, Heartbreak and Anniversary, I think 10 years from now, we're still going to listen to that song, even though it's a fairly new song, came out a year or two ago. You know, I think when you hear it, it's going to be one of those things where you remember where you were when you heard it or what summer that was. And I feel like the same thing with Coco Jones' ICU. It's so beautiful. For that to be like her third single, man, like I love Coco Jones already. Love her in Bel Air. She's beautiful. But that song, man, that's one of them ones for sure. So that's
Speaking of Coco Jones, they just did the season finale for Bel Air.
Bel Air, yeah.
I gotta
finally watch
it on that season.
Yeah, I can finally watch the whole season now. I don't like watching shit weekly, man. I don't like doing that shit. I've been watching Dave.
Yeah, I'm out of that now, bro. I thought that was good at first, kept me coming back, but now I'm tired of it.
Yeah. Just give me the season, bro. Give me that shit. I've been watching Dave. Yo, Dave is actually. I'm telling you, that shit is funny, bro. Like, it's a good. He got fucking.
Yeah, I'm getting back on it. I'm gonna get back there.
Did you watch it already? Did you watch some of the episodes of season 3?
I haven't, but I gotta watch season 2 first because I stopped, so I gotta go back to it.
You want me to tell you?
I stopped when it got too gay. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, I know. We talked about it. You want me to tell you some of the cameos that's in the season?
No. I want to be surprised.
Did Benny come out?
Huh?
That's gay?
Yeah.
The butcher? It's not gay.
the butcher coming, nigga.
Hey yo. Oh man.
Shout out Benny, man.
Nah. Never.
Benny Blanco. I'm just curious. Is he does he have a boyfriend?
Yeah, Benny the Butcher. They call him Benny Squared.
Chill. We're still trying to have Soule on here.
Yeah, not too much on Benny. My fault, bro. You see, he doing it too. See, it's not just me. It's not just me with Yachty and shit.
Protecting your industry ties, man. Look at you.
Yeah,
guys.
man. It's important. It's important these days, man.
I thought I saw something
when this podcast come out, I'm gonna clear up my whole language, bro. When this church podcast drop,
Benny and them, they be popping up in Miami. You see what they did to Freddie?
Yeah,
right.
I work down there.
Yeah. We just joking, yo. It's all jokes. We love you, but yo, he one of my favorite Griselda members, bro.
Yeah, word. Yeah.
So, but actually,
anyway.
We keep moving on. So yeah, now Dave is actually interesting. This is the episode, like the last episode that I saw. There's like 2 cameos that you wouldn't expect, and the whole episode is like surrounding this person. Like you would not expect either of these people to be here, but it's well timed. And then that's it, really. I'm not watching anything else right now. Yo, for listeners that's fans of me, watch out for this podcast coming out. You feel me? I'm not gonna tell you the name of it because I don't want that shit to show up in the transcription. But watch out for me, man. I'm gonna be posted on my IG at Tren Dollars. You know what I'm saying? It's coming out real soon. We're gonna win awards with that shit, man. I can't wait. But shout out to all the parties involved.
For sure.
You know, it's been a great journey. I've been learning a lot, and yeah, man, I'm excited. I'm really excited for it to drop. It drops sometime in May. So
yeah, shout out.
Big shout out.
Our guy T's been working on that.
Yeah, for sure, man. I know you've been doing great work, and I know you were really, really, just kind of feeling the pressure. I'm glad that the experience has gone so positively for you. And I actually, I hear you saying things in our conversations, and we're not going to bring it up on the pod, but I feel like your mind is working, and I'm wondering how far that'll go. Just as your friend, you know what I mean? I would love to kind of see in some more time, where you end up, because I feel like you're on a bit of a journey right now, and I think it's pretty cool to see.
Thanks, man. Y'all here with me, man. Like we over here, we moving together. That's why I'm like, we need to do more wellness updates. Cause I feel like sometimes like we focus so much on the content, giving the people what they want, but it's important to remember that like, the heart of this pod is like just letting people grow with us and like kind of just letting people know what's going on and just keeping it a little bit not too personal, but a little bit personal, just so they remember that they're listening to real people. You know what I'm saying? And it's not just, we funny niggas, but that just comes with the territory. We funny as hell, but there's also other stuff to us. We also doing stuff outside of this. Dame working hard. How you working hard? How I got some big shit coming, y'all. I got some big movie content coming soon. We all got our segments coming soon. Like I said before, we got some big things coming. So just, oh my gosh, bro.
Shout out to
stop doing that, bro. I feel like every time I say something great, you just step on that shit. And whenever you say pause, I just feel like it's stepped on.
You can just keep moving. You can just keep it moving, man. That's you. You know what I'm saying? You don't got to react to everything. Read the 4 agreements.
Look at this nigga. You don't got to react to everything. See how this nigga's gaslighting me now? Like, bro, you literally said it. Like, I'm literally telling you that shit is affecting me.
Shout out to Javante Tank Davis knocking the shit out of Ryan Garcia last weekend. That was a great fight. I could kind of see
I'm not gonna hit you.
on the by around round 3 or round 4, I realized like Tank's gonna knock this guy out because he just was too solid. He was just too, his conditioning was too good, his positioning was too good, and he was a tank, really. Ryan couldn't penetrate. his defenses. So Tank got that body shot. A lot of people feel like Ryan could have gotten up. I don't know if you ever been hit in your liver, but you got to sit down for a minute. If he would have got up, he would have shit on himself. Like I'm not sure if that's like apparent. If he tried to get up, he was going to release every bit of his bowels. Yeah. So give not too much on Ryan Garcia. That was a hell of a shot by Tank Davis. So shout out to Tank and his whole team.
Yeah, shout out to Tank. Let's get the shout outs out the way now, man. Shout out. Well, not shout out, but rest in peace to Harry Belafonte. Rest in peace, Jerry Springer. You know what I'm saying?
You gotta give it a little bit of pause. You gotta give it a little bit of pause. Harry Belafonte, give him his shit. Give it a little couple seconds and then give Jerry Springer. Yo, they had
there shouldn't be it should be a period. You're right.
For sure. They had two completely different missions.
You're right. You're totally right. You know,
shout out Harry Belafonte and
Halle Belafonte. Halle Berry. You look at your horny ass, bro. You think about Halle Berry.
You some freaky ass nigga.
Get your mind off the pussy, man.
Shout out Harry Belafonte.
There we go.
Everything he's stood for as an activist, as an entertainer. He kind of was one of the first to show you that celebrity doesn't mean that you can't affect change and put your opinions out there and thoughts out there. If you see injustice in the world, you can still be a great entertainer and stand up for your people. Big shout out to Harry Belafonte and everything that he meant. He was actually one of the first classic cinema actors that I kind of fell in love with. The movie Carmen Jones. I can't remember what year that movie came out, but it starred Dorothy Dandridge and Harry Belafonte. The original. I loved that movie even when I was a kid. It was one of the only like older movies that I could really like follow and understand, and I really enjoyed the storytelling. And I'm a big classic movie fan now. So again, I've been a fan of Harry Belafonte as long as I've been alive. So shout out to Harry, and rest in peace. And then Jerry Springer. Shout out to Jerry Springer too.
And Jerry Springer, thank you for that. We ain't gotta say too much on that. But also rest in peace. I just found out Bed Bath & Beyond is out of here, man. They closing all the stores down very soon.
I blame my wife for that. She hates Bed Bath & Beyond. And
you find a way to shit on your wife in some way every pod.
No, I don't, man. Don't say that.
That's definitely wifey fault, man.
Yeah, it's definitely wifey fault. If she would have just gave him an extra $10 for the last 17 years, then maybe they could have sustained. But
get it together, yo. Thank you. Like, come on, yo. It's all your fault. Bed Bath. Now, where am I gonna get my carpet from now? Where am I gonna find some nice pillows?
Some candles. You know what I mean?
Yeah, come on, yo. Some baking equipment. Come on,
yo.
It's crazy, man.
R.I.P.
Ridiculous. R.I.P. Bed Bath & Beyond. I got a coupon with them. I gotta use that shit soon. All right, yeah, but I gotta use.
Look at you not caring about their employees. Still trying to get discounts.
Yo, I mean, listen, y'all get back on y'all feet. Y'all ain't gonna stay out of work too long. I believe in y'all. Feel me?
I know y'all going through things, but this 20% off still count, right?
Yeah,
still valid.
Yeah, I could use this, right? All right. But yeah, man, thank y'all for listening. Let's get into some music. Dame, let's just hop right into it, man. What you got for us?
Got one of my favorite rappers, Lupe Fiasco, track called SentRock.
SentRock make a helicopter drop off top past the ox to the lost flock. Fops and fools on the ops and flew. Also look around because down ain't the only bird's eye view. The west side too, sky blue, shy you Bible. Put bands in our hands like I do bride do. Flip the same old bowls, hard colder than Thai food. Soul on the old like Erica Badu. Non-Decepticons in a fun way. Put a swan in the John cage, then open up the Bombay doors. When it rains, it pours. Get pawned like where prawns stay when you can't afford. Shop.
King, what are your favorite birds?
My favorite birds are the woodpecker and red robin. I like the red robin because there's color. I like the woodpecker her because the sound it makes when it's chipping at wood is satisfying.
Feathers on the predator drones. Weather got them never at home, but not forever south. Red face, yellow mouth, propellers out. They'll hunt you down like Cabela's for the clout. With something fissile on top of a surface-to-air missile, trying to knock you right up out the clizzouts. Whistles and chirps to tell a next nest to disperse. Air raids west of the turf, or stand and swing hands like wingspans. Karate Kid, crane claw, flirt with hurt like juggle chainsaw. Love birds out here looking for soulmates. I have something for you, look at these low rates. Peking ducks get cooked trying to locate. Black Hawk puck, how I'm cool in my flow state. But you can angrily slang me into the wall. I just want my story told like the 294. Shot.
My favorite bird is the eagle. And one fact I like how it swoops down with its claws and grabs its prey. And then it goes back and feeds its children.
That was SentRock by Lupe Fiasco.
Shout out Lupe, man. Forever. The king of this shit, man. I'm gonna let y'all choose this one for me because I'm actually tied between two. Give me an L or G, and I'll play it, whichever one y'all choose.
G.
Yeah, we don't take L's over here, so let's go with the G.
Let's go with G, man.
Money. Stay strong tonight. Can you keep it up, baby? Feed my appetite. Deep stroke, speed it up right there, baby. I'm close, baby. I'm close, baby. I'm close, baby. I'm close. Don't stop, close, baby. I'm close, baby. I'm close, baby. I'm close. Don't stop. Ooh, I'm in love, I'm in love, I'm in love. We ain't even done.
Don't Stop, GoGo, Morrow. Go pick that record up, man. Go listen to that.
Yeah. I actually don't like the fact that I'm always going last. I think we should switch it up next time. But all good. All
right.
So
yeah, we can switch it up.
I think we might have.
Who do you want to go last instead?
You.
Oh, so you want me to go last? Huh?
Yeah. I just want you to go last.
Why can't I go first?
I like Dame going first.
So you like Dame going first, and you don't like you going last, but you don't like me coming second.
Pause. All of that was pause.
Whatever, man. We'll figure it out, bro.
So basically, what he's saying is that he wants to switch spots with you, Trudell.
I just want you to move. Fuck that. I just want you to move.
Yeah. Dame, I like Dame first. You have a problem with.
You're the problem. This nigga, bro. Maybe on your birthday, bro.
Speaking of slipping in the darkness, I don't know. That wasn't a good. That wasn't a good segue at all.
You can turn anything into a segment if you say "speaking of" in front of you.
This song came out a few I guess a month ago, a few weeks ago, maybe 6 to 8 weeks ago. And I just been listening to it more and more. We was actually just talking about Alchemist, but I actually chose this song before. Shout out to Hit Boy, shout out to Alchemist, again, two of my favorite producers. They came out with this record, Slipping in the Darkness, and it's just fire. So let's go.
Never seen before or heard in this fashion. Convert the work to magic. Bury a beat 6 feet. Pour dirt in a casket. Hard to imitate, I'm cut from a certain fabric. My shirt and slacks, 30 racks. Plus the fur jacket, no turning backwards.
No turning back.
Forward motion, I pour mimosas. Got me more in focus. Got my foot inside the door, then tore it open. Now we going dumb, throwing money. I'm from the Sunshine State. When I eat, I need a plus size plate. The main event is this. My jewelry look like the Great Adventure Slick. Promoters paint a stencil on a brick with my insignia. You made a little splash in a wave pool, I'm even drippier. Shoot out the lights, I'm putting 50 up. Then hang my jersey in the rafters right next to Hit. Hopping out the Trans Am, flexing a fit. Fuck all the talk, just cut the check and split. Floor seats while I'm sipping. My pina colada was dripping on my Pippin. But I never get to slipping in the darkness. You never catch me slipping in the darkness.
Never catch me slipping, never. Alchemist over a Hit Boy beat, Hit Boy over an Alchemist beat. I'm not for everybody, but I am who I am. I am what I am, no back and forth, no more than Pam. TSA gotta check my wrist and all they can say is damn. When you move how you wanna move, you gon' make somebody mad. My nigga, I'm the best student Kanye ever had. Fell out with certain niggas fast, cause I push it on blast. That's how you smother out the nonsense. I'm hungry as a hostage. They hit me with the blockage, but I made it out the gauntlet. Took short but long trips. What I know for sure is this: niggas will backstab you way quicker than they'll stab for you. And that might be more soulful than going to churches after church. You cross your man, but what was it worth? You died with a chain and running your hearse. I guess I'm not the type of nigga you say congrats to. Still put the shit on my back and my shoulders if I have to. I'm thinking both of these two cities should go build my statue. Pasadena and Fontana, I brought chips back through. They thought they knew my sound, I leveled up, I'm highly blessed. Add me on your IG while you play this on your project steps. 2 feet on the concrete, somehow niggas thought I lost my step. Till I did them Nas projects, this time you cannot deflect. I am who I am, I'm never slipping in the darkness. In this all white lamb, I'm never slipping in the darkness. But they bringing me to the darkness. Look, I'm usually homeboys with producers I get compared to, but on this one I wanna see him stretched out, extra leg room. I don't really know dude, he seemed like a cool cat, but I never once heard Metro Boomin do boom bap. I never heard a Southside beat without an 808 in it. HB in drunk driver mode, I swerve in every lane with it. I fuck with Mustard, he could make that ratchet shit with his eyes closed, but now I'm starting to wonder, can that nigga chop soul? I just seen Young Berg spoke on the wave. I should do him like Trick and snatch hit out his name. I had to code it the game, I had to code us the days. I'm like Debo on his cruiser, how you got no credits without co-producers? Time to get these niggas the royal flush, no rotor rooter. It's Hit Boy bucking, just so you niggas know the shooter. Jug season, I'm in the A playing Young Scooter. Needed to see me in broad day from the walkway. This feel like childhood summer trips. I've been a modest supplicant, they rob you for publishing. That feel like a punishment. How people only met once don't look like none of us. Moving with this wild behavior, that shit that shattered my trust. Built 1 million statues in my likeness, and I ain't dissing on nobody, I ain't even write this. It came to me in a dream, they had it out for Hit. So I freestyled this verse over the Alchemist.
Shit. Ah, man, he felt that shit.
You heard the man.
Heavy work.
Yeah, man. Shout out Alchemist, bro. Love that man. Yo, side note, if I see another person with no eyebrows, I'm gonna lose my shit, bro. That shit
I'm
is
not a fan of it.
Bro, that shit is never hitting. Ever.
That and dyeing their eyebrows the same color as their skin so they look invisible, just as bad.
What is going on, bro? What's going on here?
Don't look good. I blame Doja Cat.
Yeah.
Man.
Honestly, Rico did it too.
Right? That's what
She's
we
never
blame
done
her
that. She's never done that. I don't think it's a good look either. Rico did it too, though. I think Rico did it before Doja. I think it's like if you should still be pretty without eyebrows. I think that's the idea. But typically you're not. Like typically you look like a fucking alien.
Yeah, like why do you have to prove that? Like you could think that shit, but like it just whatever, man. Also, like one more RIP. Y'all knew this moment was coming. But it's time to finally say goodbye to Red Table Talk. Red Table Talk is canceled, and yeah, we probably will not see it anymore. So,
boo-hoo.
Yeah, man.
I'm sure Will's happy that they're at the living room now. Setup's out the way.
It's like, damn, Naka finally clapped Margot Robbie in our living room again.
Yeah, dead ass.
Yeah.
They don't got to come downstairs and be reminded of the spot you cried in.
Goodness gracious. Yeah, man. Rest
Yo,
in peace.
wait. Are you telling me the Red Table Talk took place in their house? I never knew that. You're not gonna.
I know the early seasons 1000% didn't because I've seen the behind the scenes. Like it was literally in there. Like you walk into their house and it was like in their what was that, a foyer? I don't know.
I will come in there and knock all this shit over. I will come in there and knock all that shit over. I'll start beating eggs, all types of shit, making all time banging pans and cabinets. All time, nah, hell no, bro. You're not making this. You're not talking about like sucking your high school, college basketball player or whatever, dick in my living room. Absolutely not. Y'all got to go outside.
Is that what they were talking about?
I don't know.
I never watched. I haven't even watched any.
Especially with my daughter. Like with my daughter and my mother-in-law. Like, no, we're not doing this. This is crazy.
Yeah. So rest in peace, that show, But yeah, you'll be all right, Jada. You got talent, right?
Rest in pieces.
Yeah, you'll bounce back, right? What Chris Rock saying? Yeah, now she might actually do G.I. Jane too. Oh man, I want to hear the Chris Rock joke that comes out of this one.
I don't. Man. I never need to hear another Chris Rock joke in my life, but
crazy.
Or anything about that incident ever again.
For real. But anyway, y'all, thank y'all for listening and watching. The songs that we just shared will be on our public playlist because we are Wicked Radio on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. We need a new soundbite for that. I'm gonna get a new soundbite. I'm gonna get somebody to say Wicked Radio real sexy for us. You know what I'm saying? And we need our own drops too. We gotta figure that out too. I know how you said you had an idea for like AI doing our drops and shit, but
yeah,
let's get moving on that, man. Let's get ourselves some like special drops so we can like keep reminding the people who we are. Follow us everywhere, man, because we are a podcast, and subscribe to the Patreon, patreon.com/because we are podcast. I am Tren, aka Tren Dollars, with my boy at Gobble _ and call.me.hod. And yeah, man, we here and we staying for a long time. We got some very, very exciting stuff coming up on Patreon. We got a very special guest coming up next week, so make sure y'all stay tuned in for that. We're gonna have a nice little interview coming up, so please subscribe and like and comment on our Spotify. Stop talking shit about me. I gotta beat these allegations that I don't give my 100% on these Spotify on these episodes, because I definitely do put my whole, I'm not gonna say that because I don't want to hear Ha's mouth, but I definitely put my whole, I ain't even say it, bro. I put a lot in these episodes, man.
Yeah,
so
man.
I deserve to leave some love for me on these Spotify episodes, man. So appreciate y'all, and we'll talk to y'all very, very soon. Stay up. I'm not gonna say bye. There we go.